following is a presentation of Westwood One Sports. If it's a Saturday NFL special, it's on Westwood One.
Herbert fades back, steps up, shovel pass, flip forward, goes to Haskins, he's got the first 25-20, makes the man, miss 15, 10-5, touchdown Chargers! Back to throw May, number high snap, thrown right side, open man, running back on the right flat. Hasty, up the right side, weaving his way, diving into the end zone for a touchdown! Touchdown Patriots!
There's the snap, he drifts into the end zone, 5 yards deep, winds up, one pass down the middle, it's caught over the shoulder, Mims 50, down the middle, the 30, foot race to the 20, angles to the near side, numbers 10, 5, touchdown Denver! Bo Nix has just thrown a 93-yard touchdown pass to Marvin Mims!
Burrow now flanked by two teammates to each side, shotgun, Burrow will throw it, deep in the end zone, right side, caught! Jamar Chase, touchdown! Monster night for Chase, unstoppable!
Murray steps to his left, now Murray's going to run, he's got room to the 40, Murray to the 35, down the sideline to the 30, across the 20, to the 10, he's going to go all the way! Kyler Murray, 44 yards, and the Cardinals take the lead!
Tuck sprints in motion from right to left. Stafford gets the snap, back to pass, looking left, rolling left, under pressure, ducks away from the defense, fires to the end zone, touchdown Rams! Cooper Kupp with a sliding catch in the back of the end zone after some Stafford magic. What a play!
From now until Super Bowl 59,
Whatever it takes!
the NFL is on Westwood One.
Let's go, man!
Now, let's head to the stadium and join Nate Gatter and Ryan Leaf.
We welcome you to Gillette Stadium for part one of our special Saturday NFL triple header as the New England Patriots host the Los Angeles Chargers. Today's broadcast of the National Football League on Westwood One is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by BetMGM, by Granger, by Indeed.com, by Mint Mobile, by Progressive Insurance, and by the official NFL app. Hello, everybody. I'm Nate Gatter along with Ryan Leaf. Scott Graham will join us shortly from our Westwood One studios. Later today on many of these same stations, it'll be the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals, followed by the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. But first, it's time for the Patriots and the Chargers from Foxborough. Ryan Leaf, let's begin with the Chargers, 9-6, second in the AFC West. A win today would not only clinch a playoff berth, it would keep them in the mix for that number 5 seed.
And that's a big deal. It's a big deal, A, that they clinch a playoff spot because in Jim Harbaugh's first season as the head football coach, they would get back to the playoffs. Secondly, after watching Houston covering that game on Christmas Day, they're kind of in shambles. They have the 4 seed, so whoever gets the 5 seed in the AFC playoffs is not guaranteed, but is going to have a much easier course to the likes of the AFC Divisional and, of course, the AFC Championship. And if it's the Chargers, they have no fear going into Arrowhead. They do it once a year. They play really, really well, and that gives them a chance to flip a coin when you get to the AFC Championship. So there's a lot at stake for the Chargers today in this matchup on the road. They have to win, throw everything else out the window. Winning gets you into the conversation.
Chargers a total turnaround from their 5-win season a year ago, now in year one under Jim Harbaugh. Justin Herbert has been spectacularly efficient. He could set the NFL record for most passing yards in the first 5 seasons of a career today, and they have the best scoring defense in the NFL. They'll face a young rookie quarterback in Drake May, who will make his 11th career start today. The Patriots are 2-8 in those games. He'll be behind a 4th different starting center and a 10th different starting offensive line combination.
Yeah, that's the biggest concern, and talking with Gerard Mayo before the game here, he talked about that, the inconsistency in the offensive line, especially when you are rotating quarterbacks early on and have a rookie quarterback in there. Cole Strange, normally as a guard, is going to be at center today. He's got a lot of experience, don't get me wrong, so he'll be able to be well-versed in making calls at the line of scrimmage around the offensive line. But one of the biggest question marks for Gerard Mayo was simply the quarterback-center exchange, and that's one of the most rudimentary things you should have going into a big game here in December.
The Patriots lost starting center David Andrews to a season-ending shoulder injury back in September. They've been through a couple of guys since then. Ben Brown is missing his second straight game with a concussion. So Cole Strange, the much ballyhooed first-round pick a couple of years ago out of UT Chattanooga, will make his return from a patellar tendon injury last December. He'll get his first offensive snaps in 377 days, and they'll be at a different position. Good luck. Much more to come from Foxborough as we approach kickoff between the Patriots and the Chargers. But when we return, Scott Graham joins us from the Westwood One Progressive Insurance Studios. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hear every game of the College Football Playoff on Sirius XM. The quarterfinals kick off on New Year's Eve at 7:30 Eastern when Boise State battles Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl.
Touchdown, Ashton-Jetti!
Then on New Year's Day, a triple header starts at 1 with Arizona State and Texas, followed by Oregon taking on Ohio State, and then Georgia faces Notre Dame. Get your channel numbers at SiriusXM.com/college football schedule or search college football on the Sirius XM app. And for expert analysis, check out College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
Celebrate Christmas with a classic assortment of shows from the golden age of radio.
Do you believe that you are Santa Claus?
Of course. Memories and voices that live on forever.
Each man's life touches so many other lives. Don't you see, George? You really had a wonderful life.
A wall-to-wall Christmas happening now.
Jolly Noel from us all.
On Radio Classics Channel 148 and everywhere Christmas takes you on the Sirius XM app.
From Brat Summer
to
high-level hip-hop beef.
They not like us. They not like us.
Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration.
Relive the songs and stories that define 2024 on the Sirius XM app with exclusive countdowns of the year's best tracks from your favorite channels. Plus the biggest moments in sports, comedy, and beyond.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Just search 2024 on the app to start the look back.
Christmas Eve, Bad Santa made his return.
Come on up!
History was made in 2004 when Eminem partnered with Sirius XM to launch Shade 45.
Well, let's put the store.
Hear stories and highlights as Marshall and special guests rewind the tapes. 20 years of Shade 45. Replays throughout the week on Channel 45 and at home with Sirius XM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios. Welcome to Saturday triple header football here on Westwood One as we begin in Foxborough with a win and they're in situation. That belonged LA Chargers, as Nate and Ryan told you about at the top, trying to get there for the first time under Jim Harbaugh in his first season. You're talking about what the situation presents for this team right now. They're from Los Angeles, and it's 40 degrees, wet, and really kind of awful today in Foxborough. But looking ahead at this game, Jim Harbaugh not really worried about that.
Bottom line is, these guys are young, they're healthy, and their heart pumps warm blood. Pumps it from the arteries to the veins, to the tributaries, to the capillaries. Throughout their whole body. You just play ball. Been my experience. Now, I might have got that in the wrong order there. It's well documented. I'm not a doctor.
Did you have any idea where that was going? Anyway, the Chargers right now allow an NFL best 18.3 points per game, trying to lead the league in scoring against an offensively challenged team led by Drake May. He's completed almost 68% of his passes this season. That's the third best for a rookie in NFL history. But he's looking across the field at the other quarterback for what he is trying to become.
First off, just, he seems like a great leader. I think you see that, and you kind of see same, a little bit of same personality as me, kind of more quiet and kind of earn the guys' respect, and I think you see him coming out more and more, kind of the stuff you see of the Chargers. So he means a lot to that offense, and you can see what he does making plays with his feet. But I think the biggest thing is he's just consistent. He doesn't turn the ball over, and he just does a good job of moving the football and finding ways to win.
Question for today is, how tough an out will the Patriots be? They gave Buffalo all they could handle last week, but this is a Patriots team that's missing the playoffs for the third straight season. Last time that happened was the early 1990s. And they have the worst home record in the NFL over the last 4 seasons. They've gone 10-22 at home, 1-5 at Gillette Stadium this season. We'll see how it plays out. Still to come as we continue, we've got a lot more football coming your way. We'll be joined by Westwood One's Ross Tucker to take a look. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Feel that 3 a.m. euphoria any time of the day on BPM, a channel delivering non-stop dance and electronic hits. And live sets from the world's top DJs. Never stops on BPM Channel 52. And at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Send 2024 packing with a full-blown party music experience. The biggest high-energy hits from across the SiriusXM universe. All on one channel. New Year's Nation. Now through January 3rd on Channel 79 and at home with the SiriusXM app.
Every NFL Sunday, you'll hear all the big plays on SiriusXM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Chiefs are in the red zone. Let's go out to Kansas City.
Plus, fantasy football updates and post-game interviews.
From Baltimore, tight end Mark Andrews.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
College basketball is back, and the road to the championship starts now on SiriusXM.
Knock it down!
Catch all the top games, the buzzer beaters, and the rivalries you live for in both men's and women's college basketball.
RJ Davis!
Whether you're driving, at home, or on the go, follow your favorite teams in every unforgettable moment. College basketball lives on SiriusXM. Anywhere you are, go to SiriusXM.com/sports to find out where to hear your favorite team.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Progressive offers auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options. Visit Progressive.com. So we get you ready for the Chargers and the Patriots. A lot more football to go for the rest of the weekend here on Westwood One. Joined now by my partner each week on NFL Preview, Westwood One's Ross Tucker. And Ross, as we move ahead to game number 2, Cincinnati kind of has things, to a degree at least, in their own hands. They win this game, and things get very interesting going into next week.
It really could. There's no question. The Bengals are playing much, much better football these days, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You know, they were really struggling for so much of the season, and it was shootouts week in and week out. Well, now they're playing better on that side of the ball. They've been lights out the entire season on offense with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, going against the Broncos defense that's been good, but I think they showed last Thursday night that you can get them just like Justin Herbert was able to do. So this would be one of the best matchups of the weekend because the Broncos, they got to play the Chiefs next week, although now they probably play a Chiefs team that's playing a lot of backups.
The Rams have an opportunity to wrap up a playoff spot and clinch the NFC West Division title in the final game of our Westwood One triple header as they host the Arizona Cardinals. Rams need a win and a Seattle loss, or we don't have time for it, a win and 3.5 of a whole bunch of things that would happen in the NFC.
Oh, man, it's so funny, isn't it? We're at that time of year, and we're also the time of the year where the Rams and Sean McVay find a way to win. You know, they didn't throw it great against the Jets, but they leaned on the running game and Kyron Williams, which has been there for them all year. They're going against a Cardinals bunch that had a disappointing performance, especially on defense against the Carolina Panthers, and they are trying to finish strong for their head coach, Jonathan Gannon.
Our Sunday night game here has major playoff implications for both teams. The Falcons visit the Commanders. Now, the Falcons, an opportunity to clinch the South with a win and a Tampa Bay loss this week. Commanders clinch the playoffs with a win or tie or a Tampa Bay loss. So if Tampa Bay loses, that means a lot to these two teams going into Sunday Night Football.
They're all rooting for the Bucs to lose earlier in the day. Fascinating matchup of rookie quarterbacks in this one. Michael Penix Jr. got his first start in place of Kirk Cousins last week, and I thought he did some positive things. I thought the coaching staff in particular did some really nice things with him in terms of bootlegs, play action. He's certainly more mobile than Cousins is, and he definitely was more willing to fire the ball down the field, which is, I think, something that the Falcons' offense was lacking. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they've had a terrific season. We know that. I think most people would agree that Jaden Daniels is the offensive rookie of the year, but that was their best performance. That was his best performance. I mean, to beat a Philadelphia Eagles team that have won 10 straight, despite the fact that you turned the football over 5 times, they just kept playing. They just kept battling, and that's exactly what you've come to expect from a Dan Quinn team with Jaden Daniels playing at a super high level. I'm really excited to watch these two rookie quarterbacks go head-to-head. Who knows? Maybe this is the start of something special, and with them both having a lot of playoff implications on the line, should be a fantastic contest on Sunday night.
Ross, it has been a pleasure. Enjoy your many travels this weekend, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Sounds great. Thank you, Scott.
When we come back, we're going to take a look at what this triple header means to your fantasy team in championship weekend. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Make your holidays bigger and brighter with Prize Picks, the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is so simple to use. Just pick 2 or more players across any sport and then pick more or pick less with their projection. You can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, is available to play in more than 40 plus states, including California and Texas. You want to join right now because this holiday season, Prize Picks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Pixmas. Download the Prize Picks app right now. Use the code PRIMETIME. Get $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That's code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks to get that $50 credit instantly when you play $5. You know by now, you don't need to win. You just get the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One. I'm Scott Graham. Time for our weekly fantasy football preview with Sports Illustrated senior fantasy analyst Michael Fabiano, sponsored by Prize Picks. Football season's heating up. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. Download Prize Picks and use code PRIMETIME and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states where it's lawful to wager. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Michael, how are you?
I'm doing well, considering that Chuba Hubbard is on 2 of my championship rosters. So that's that news today that was broken by Adam Schefter, that he is now, Chuba Hubbard, on injured reserve and will miss the remaining 2 games of the regular season. Not ideal for fantasy managers. If you are desperate, you can go ahead and pick up Raheem Blackshear, but I don't know that I'd be wanting to play him in championship week against a really tough Buccaneers run defense.
Yeah, that really, really does change things a lot. All right, so for our games today, we begin with Chargers and Patriots. Who do you like?
So remember, Gus Edwards is out, and J.K. Dobbins is back this week, so you can play J.K. Dobbins. You can start him. Ladd McConkey, also good plays for the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson, Hunter Henry in a revenge game. I think Kayshon Boutte is a sleeper type in a deeper league, and I would sit Drake May unless I'm in a Superflex league. About Justin Herbert, who is also a borderline QB1 this week. You look at the numbers, though, the Patriots have held Kyler Murray and Josh Allen to fewer than 12 points in their last 2 games. And Herbert had also failed to score more than 13.4 fantasy points in his 3 starts prior to Week 16. So I'm on the fence about him. In terms of Prize Picks, we'll go Josh Palmer, more than 17.5 yards as his longest catch. The Patriots have allowed 25 wide receivers to clear that total this season.
Big game coming up in game number 2 at Cincinnati with the Broncos taking on the Bengals, and there are a lot of starters for fantasy teams in this game.
Yeah, big time, Scott. Bo Nix is going to be a starter for the Broncos. Cortland Sutton, obviously, I think you're playing with fire in terms of the Broncos running backs, but for the Bengals, it's really chalk. Joe Burrow, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, although that's going to be an interesting matchup with Patrick Surtain today, and of course T. Higgins. The Bengals defense has allowed 24-plus points to 3 quarterbacks since Week 10. And the players who didn't hit that mark were all backups. Cooper Rush, Mason Rudolph, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson. So I love Bo Nix in this game. He is in my top 12. My prize picks pick is Marvin Mims to have more than 25.5 receiving yards in the game. He has exceeded this total in 4 of his last 5 games, and during that time, he's averaged 58 receiving yards. Sean Payton is really trying to get him more involved in the offense, so I'll go Marvin Mims more than 25.5 receiving yards.
And in our final game, a chance for the Rams to clinch at some point or other this weekend. And when you take a look at what they've got some big-time stars, but they only put up 19 points last week.
Yeah, and you look at Matthew Stafford's numbers recently over the last couple of games, they have not been good. The last time he played the Cardinals, he was held under 7 points. He is a fade for me in one quarterback leagues. The stardoms for the Cardinals are, of course, Kyler Murray. James Conner, we're going to see about his status later on. All reports suggest that he will be able to go in this game, so you play him. Obviously, Trey McBride. You're going to be sitting Marvin Harrison Jr. in this game. On the Rams side, it's start Kyren Williams, Puka Nacua. And have you seen Cooper Kupp's stats lately? I mean, they have not been good ever since he had that 0 on a Thursday night a few weeks ago. He's still in the flex starter conversation, but certainly a player who is not as, let's just say, vital to fantasy lineups based on his lack of production over the last few weeks. Going back to Marvin Harrison Jr., he was probably, Scott, my biggest whiff in fantasy football. I thought he was going to be worth a second or third round pick. He landed in a great spot in Arizona. Unfortunately, it has not come to fruition. He has been held to single digits in 3 straight games. In 4 of his last 5, he's averaging just 10.9 points per game. Now, while he did have a big game against the Rams earlier in the season, that's back in week 2. Really hard to trust him in fantasy championship week. And for prize picks, I mentioned Kyler Murray. He had a big game against the Rams earlier in the season. I'm going to have more than 228.5 pass yards in this game. Murray has thrown for no fewer than 256 yards in 5 straight games against the Rams. So that 228.5 seems a little bit low to me. So I will go with more on that passing yard total for Kyler Murray.
Mike, you take a look at the Chuba Hubbard news and the fact that this is the first time we've had the fantasy championship that's had 2 Wednesday games, a Thursday game, 3 Saturday games, and then some Sunday and Monday as well. So if you're riding around in the car with a fantasy player right now, go gently with them. It has been a really difficult week, right?
Yeah, it has been. I guess the good news is that you're getting J.K. Dobbins back today, and he was very good before he went down with the injury. And I get that it's tough right now. Imagine when the NFL goes to an 18-game schedule. That's going to be even worse.
Mike, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Happy New Year. We'll talk to you again next week.
Happy New Year. Good luck in your championships.
Thank you much. Still to come, we'll get you one step closer to kickoff time. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
It may be cold outside, but we are only weeks away from the start of golf season. Get ready for 2025 with SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio's season preview show, where you can hear about the biggest storylines and players to watch out for next season.
I think Rory really wants to get back to the summit of our game.
Hear the SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio 2025 season preview show tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern on Channel 92 in the car and anytime with the SiriusXM app.
This is Steve Torrey. It's the last Sunday of 2024, so join Bill Leckus and me for the Sunday Drive at noon Eastern.
Looks, throws, ends it. Yes! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
For live listen-ins, guests, fantasy analysis, and playoff scenarios around the National Football League.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo!
We get ready to close out 2024 with a bang, so join us on the Sunday Drive on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Don't miss a feast of festive football on SiriusXM FC.
Ho, ho, ho.
From the drama of the Premier League
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah
to the excitement of Serie A.
What a start for Inter!
Enjoy your holiday season with the gift of live soccer.
Stupendously magnificent!
Courtesy of SiriusXM FC, channel 157 in the car, and the SiriusXM app. Head to SiriusXM.com/soccer schedule for all the match listings.
Hear every game of the college football playoff on Sirius XM. The quarterfinals kick off on New Year's Eve at 7:30 Eastern when Boise State battles Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl.
Touchdown, Ashton-Jetti!
Then on New Year's Day, a triple header starts at 1 with Arizona State and Texas, followed by Oregon taking on Ohio State, and then Georgia faces Notre Dame. Get your channel numbers at SiriusXM.com/college football schedule or search college football on the Sirius XM app. And for expert analysis, check out College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com. I will be back with more at halftime, including a conversation with the guy trying for the wide receiving Triple Crown, Cincinnati's Jamar Chase. But when we return, it's time for the keys to today's game between the Chargers and the Patriots with Nate and Ryan. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Celebrate Christmas with a classic assortment of shows from the golden age of radio.
Do you believe that you are Santa Claus?
Of course. Memories and voices that live on forever.
Each man's life touches so many other lives. Don't you see, George? You really had a wonderful life.
A wall-to-wall Christmas happening now.
Jolly Noel from us all.
On Radio Classics Channel 148 and everywhere Christmas takes you on the Sirius XM app.
From Brat Summer
Yeah, 360. When you're in the mirror, do you like what you see?
to high-level hip-hop beef.
They not like us. They not like us.
Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration.
Relive the songs and stories that define 2024 on the Sirius XM app with exclusive countdowns of the year's best tracks from your favorite channels. Plus the biggest moments in sports, comedy, and beyond.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Just search 2024 on the app to start the look back.
Christmas Eve, Bad Santa made his return.
Come on up!
History was made in 2004 when Eminem partnered with Sirius XM to launch Shade 45.
Well, look for the store.
Here's stories and highlights as Marshall and special guests rewind the tapes. 20 years of Shade 45. Replays throughout the week on Channel 45 and at home with Sirius XM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Feel that 3 a.m. euphoria any time of the day on BPM, a channel delivering non-stop dance and electronic hits. And live sets from the world's top DJs. The beat never stops on BPM, Channel 52. And at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Back at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough as we lit up to kickoff between the Chargers and the Patriots. Nate Gatter, Ryan Leaf back with you. Time now to find out how each team can steal the win. Sponsored by Lionsgate's Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. On January 10th, the best heist movie in years hits theaters. Don't miss Lionsgate's Den of Thieves 2 Pantera, starring Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr. Get your tickets now. All right, Brian, let's start with the Patriots. How can they steal a win today?
That's a good point. They would love to steal this one. They were very good a week ago against Buffalo, but couldn't quite get it done. They would love to be a team that ends the season essentially for the Chargers. It's going to come down to Drake May. It really is. The rookie quarterback is going to have to be turnover-free, and they're going to have to run the ball well with Stevenson and that crew. Simply put, chew up clock, not allow Justin Herbert to have a long period of time of holding the football, because that is a recipe for disaster if you're the New England Patriots.
Meanwhile, the Chargers solid favorites in this game despite being on the road and having to travel 3 time zones east for an early kickoff. What stands out about them?
Go look at Jim Harbaugh's record on 10 a.m. body clock time starts. As a player and as a coach, it's been very, very, very good. Last time they went out to Atlanta recently, they got that win. They're going to do this all behind the right arm of Justin Herbert. He has been the story all year long. Coach Harbaugh loves him to death and what he brings to the table. He's got some guys back. He's got Dobbins back, which will be huge for them running the football. Greg Roman's first year as the offensive coordinator. Run the football, don't turn it over, take deep shots down the field. Quentin Johnston needs to be a big part of that. On the defensive side of it for them, create turnovers. Make it a miserable day for the rookie quarterback, Drake May. That's how you win this football game. That's how you clinch a playoff berth in Jim Harbaugh's first year, and then you take a real look at what the Bengals will do in the game after this and next week at the Steelers.
The opening kickoff between the Patriots and the Chargers is coming up. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Make your holidays bigger and brighter with Prize Picks, the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is so simple to use. Just pick 2 or more players across any sport and then pick more or pick less with their projection. You can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, is available to play in more than 40 plus states, including California and Texas. You want to join right now? Because this holiday season, Prize Picks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Pixmas. Download the Prize Picks app right now. Use the code PRIMETIME. Get $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That's code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks to get that $50 credit instantly when you play $5. You know by now, you don't need to win. You just get the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by Coles.
On 1st and goal. Brady under center. Brady on a give. Michelle slicing up the middle. Michelle, spin move into the end zone. Touchdown. The hat trick for Sony Michel. And the route is on in Foxborough.
Ian Eagle with the call on Westwood One, January 2019, the AFC Divisional Round of the playoffs. The Chargers came into Foxborough feeling confident after a 23-17 wildcard win against the Ravens, but the Patriots outdueled Phillip Rivers and the Bolts en route to a 41-28 victory. The Pats scored touchdowns on their first 4 possessions, becoming the first team to do so in the playoffs since the 2003 Colts. With the win, New England advanced to its 8th consecutive AFC Championship game, where Tom Brady and company defeated the Chiefs in overtime. In Super Bowl 53, 2 weeks later, New England beat the LA Rams 13-3 to capture a 6th Lombardi Trophy. That's today's memorable moment in football history, sponsored by Kohl's. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. The Patriots won the opening toss. They deferred their choice until the second half. The Chargers will receive the opening kickoff. Darius Davis and Hassan Haskins are deep for Los Angeles. Joey Sly will kick it away for New England in the silver helmets and pants, the navy jerseys with white numerals outlined in red front and back. The Chargers in the white helmets and jerseys, the yellow pants, and those light blue numbers front and back with the yellow bolts on either side and the blue numerals to the sides of the helmet. Dynamic kickoff coming from left to right as we get underway on a gray, overcast, rainy afternoon in Foxborough. The rain stopped just about an hour ago, but it was wet early on this morning. Sly swings his right leg, sends a line drive, end-over-end kick toward the goal line. It's taken by Darius Davis between the right hash of the numbers, brings it out to the 10, veers right to the 20. He's hit high, and he's brought down. Brendan Schooler was the first man there, and he tackled him at the 19-yard line with a flag down behind the play. We'll hear right away from John Hussey, our referee, in the first game of the Saturday triple header this afternoon.
During the return, holding receiving team number 43. That penalty will be enforced half the distance from the spot of the foul. First down.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
This is Peter King. Hear me all season long, every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
After the penalty, the Chargers start 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line. J.K. Dobbins, just activated off injured reserve, gets the carry out of the pistol, bounces left side. He's flung to the ground at the line of scrimmage for no gain by Anthony Jennings. The end out of Alabama, 2nd and 10.
This is the offense that Greg Roman has brought to the Chargers. It's a run-first offense with play action for Justin Herbert so they can take big shots down the field. They've sputtered and started a few different times this season, but very, very important for them to establish the line of scrimmage running the football today.
No Gus Edwards, so J.K. Dobbins will be the primary tailback. Hassan Haskins and Kamani Vidal also options. 3 receivers for the Chargers. Slot to the far right. Dobbins on the right hip of Herbert. Shotgun snap, 2nd and 10. Drops into his own end zone. Steps up, throws to the right side. It's caught by Josh Palmer. Stiff arm to the right sideline of the 10. He stutter steps to the 12. And he's knocked out of bounds by Alex Austin in the secondary for New England after a pickup of 4. Sets up 3rd down and half a dozen.
Tremendous job by the Patriots defensively, playing and staying in their zones, trusting their eyes, not allowing any of the eye candy running past them to affect them. Austin's perfectly situated right there to escort him out of bounds and set up a long 3rd down here, backed up.
Chargers starting receivers, Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnston alongside Josh Palmer. The tight end is Will Dissly, who was questionable this week. 2 receivers right and 1 left. Herbert in the gun. Dobbins on his right hip. 3rd down and 6 for the Chargers from their own 12. Herbert stomps his right foot. Patch show blitz. Shotgun snap. Here they come. Quick throw left side of the curl. It's caught by Johnson against his chest. Right at the line to gain. They'll give him the first down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 7. Austin the tackle after a first down for the Chargers.
This is incredibly impressive, Nate, because the Patriots roll to a cover 2 look with 2 high safeties over the top, yet the corner, he just gets bodied out by the big body of Quentin Johnston. That should not have happened if you're a defensive player. You cannot allow your player to be in a cover 2 look like that, make the catch for the first down. Great job by Justin Herbert of putting it right on the money.
Johnson and McConkey split to the right. 2 tight ends, Fisk and Matlock in the game for the Chargers on either end. Hassan Haskins is the single back. Motion Matlock to the left. Herbert under center. Snap and a play fake. Deep drop. Throw right side. A reaching catch for Johnson. It's off his white gloves and out of bounds across the way at the 30-yard line in front of the Patriots bench. Johnson had to go up for the would-be leaping grab. Would have had a first down, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, just a little high because I think the ball slips out of his hand a little bit. The rain has stopped, Nate, but when they place the ball down on the field is still wet, and it gets to you when you are trying to grip the football and make a hard throw to the outside. That one just gets a little too high for Quentin Johnston on the perimeter.
Kamani Vidal checks in as the tailback for the Chargers, already the 3rd to appear in the first 5 snaps for the Bolts. Single wide left, 2 to the right. Shotgun snap, handoff Vidal. Stutter steps left, cuts upfield across the left side, numbers over the 20, and he lunges out near the 25. Jeremiah Farms makes the tackle for the Patriots after a pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
The Los Angeles Chargers have really invested in the offensive line over the last few years. Rashawn Slater, Zion Johnson, and then Joe Alt this year at right tackle. They have to be a team that imposes their will to pay for that investment, and with that run, they set up a very manageable 3rd down here for Justin.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Motion Dissly from left to right. Dobbins, the tailback, to the left of Herbert in the gun on 3rd and 4 for the Chargers from their own 25. 3 minutes into the opening drive of the game. Shotgun snap, 4-man rush, throw deep right, a turning would-be catch by McConkey. It's through his hands between the 40 and the 45. Jonathan Jones was in coverage, but McConkey was open, turning toward his back shoulder, and it went through his white gloves incomplete to force a Los Angeles punt.
Incredible play call. They just run a little pick play off the line of scrimmage. Defender gets mixed out in the wash, and ball's perfectly thrown to the outside shoulder of Ladd McConkey, and unfortunately the rookie, you haven't seen that much this year, fly through his hands, and now the Chargers have to punt.
J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Alex Erickson, the practice squad elevation, waits for the Patriots. A spiraling kick. Erickson takes it from his own 22 between the right hash and the numbers. He veers to the middle across the 30 and the 35. He's hit on the left hash and tackled at the 37-yard line. A 53-yard punt at a 12-yard return. Tackle by Tucker Fisk on special teams for the Chargers, and the Patriots will have good field position to start from around their own 37. No score after 3.5 minutes of play. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Send 2024 packing with a full-blown party music experience. The biggest high-energy hits from across the Sirius XM universe. All on one channel. New Year's Nation. Now through January 3rd on Channel 79 and at home with the Sirius XM app.
Every NFL Sunday, you'll hear all the big plays on Sirius XM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Chiefs are in the red zone. Let's go out to Kansas City.
Plus, fantasy football updates and post-game interviews.
From Baltimore, tight end Mark Andrews.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
College basketball is back, and the road to the championship starts now on Sirius XM.
Knock it down!
Catch all the top games, the buzzer beaters, and the rivalries you live for in both men's and women's college basketball.
RJ Davis!
Whether you're driving, at home, or on the go, follow your favorite teams at every unforgettable moment. College basketball lives on Sirius XM. Anywhere you are, go to SiriusXM.com/sports to find out where to hear your favorite team.
It may be cold outside, but we are only weeks away from the start of golf season.
Go Dan! Hey, hold it!
Get ready for 2025 with SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio's season preview show, where you can hear about the biggest storylines and players to watch out for next season.
I think Rory really wants to get back to the summit of our game.
Hear the SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio 2025 season preview show tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern on Channel 92 in the car and anytime with the SiriusXM app.
Tonight, it's a huge NFC West showdown in prime time as Kyler and the Cardinals take on Stafford and the Rams. A Saturday tripleheader concludes tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network and Westwood One. Nick Adder, Ryan Leaf, our entire Westwood One crew back with you from Foxborough, where the Chargers got a first down and punted on their opening drive. Drake May, the rookie quarterback of the Patriots, get it for the first time on offense, starting from their own 37, moving left to right across the synthetic field turf surface at Gillette Stadium. Two receivers right and one left. May under center. Ramondre Stevenson, the deep back. Snap turn left. Give to Stevenson. Runs between the hash and the numbers across the 40. He lowers his shoulder and drives out to the 42. 5-yard pickup and a good push by the right side of that line.
Ramondre Stevenson is going to be a big part of the success of the Patriots if they continue to run the ball like that. What the Chargers have struggled with of recent is the rush defense. They haven't been able to make the stops up front, and that puts a lot of onus on the back end to make tackles.
Two receivers right, one left. May under center snap, quick throw, wide receiver screen, right side, caught by Mario Douglas, tries to turn the corner on the right side, and he's strung out to the near side sideline, run into the Chargers bench for a pickup of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Patriots at their own 43.
You know, speaking with Coach Mayo before the game, he really talked about how they needed to find a few things this year and understand what a rebuild's going to look like, but the main thing was the franchise quarterback, and they found it. Drake May has been everything as promised coming out of North Carolina. He's just got to figure it out on what the struggles look like each and every week.
Two receivers left and two receivers right for the rookie, number 3 overall pick out of North Carolina, Drake May in the gun. Gets a helmet-high snap against a 5-man rush. He rolls out right under pressure. He's hit. He escapes. He skirts the right sideline. He's blasted shy of the 45. He had stepped out of bounds at the 41. Drake May has stayed down for the moment. The crowd in Foxborough wanted a flag. They didn't get it. And Drake May, the rookie quarterback, has stayed down, but he's helped to his feet and jogging off toward the Patriots sideline across the way. May had a concussion earlier in the year in the only home win of the season for the Patriots over the Jets. He took a big hit from Cam Hart, the rookie Chargers corner, who didn't realize that May had already stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, I didn't hear a whistle like most, and he just kind of gets a shot to the head as he spins around. Not enough to pick up the first down, and the Chargers will get the ball back.
Bryce Behringer is out to punt for New England from its own 41, a 3-and-out for the Patriots. Darius Davis waits at his own 10. Whistle stop the snap. The Chargers just used their first time out before receiving a punt. They were running bodies off a little bit late, so maybe just discombobulated on the personnel on the field. A reminder that you can once again listen to every Westwood One NFL broadcast this season for free via the NFL app. From now until Super Bowl 59 in February, the NFL is on Westwood One, and it's on the official NFL app too. Download for free today. 9:40 to play in our first quarter. A possession for each team, just one first down. The Chargers got it on the opening drive. The Patriots, after good field position, go 3-and-out. And Behringer will punt. Darius Davis, the second-year returner, second-team All-Pro a year ago. Berringer gets into the right-footed boot, spiraling directional kick toward the near sideline. Davis waves his white glove above his head for the fair catch and takes it on the near sideline around his own 9-yard line. A punt of 50 yards and no return. 9:33 to play first quarter. The Chargers nothing, the Patriots nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
It's that time of year again. Sweaters, fireplaces, and snowy weather. Probably. I don't know where you live, which means it's also time for Wendy's new Salted Caramel Frosty. Creamy, cold, delicious, and the only thing you'll want all season long. Whatever your winter looks like, snowy or sunny, it's all the perfect time to give yourself a little sweet treat, cause if it's the iconic Frosty with a salted caramel twist, gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Salted Caramel Frosty flavored with other natural flavors.
Hey, football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms, 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
'Tis the season of giving, and right now, during the Ram Wrap-Up the Year sales event, Ram Trucks is giving out great deals on a wide selection of powerful trucks that are built to serve. Hurry into your local Ram dealer today to purchase and get $5,000 total cash allowance on most 2025 Ram 1500 trucks. Embrace the spirit of giving, and don't miss this great offer going on now during the Ram Wrap-Up the Year sales event. Excludes RHO and Tradesman Quad Cab 4x2 models. Contact dealer for details. Take retail delivery by January 2nd, 2025.
Time to check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Coming up next, the Bengals host the Broncos. Then tonight, it's the Cardinals and the Rams. And tomorrow night, the Commanders meet the Falcons. Pre-game coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Tired of paying for cable TV? Switch to Hulu Plus Live TV today to watch over 95 live channels. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Learn more at Hulu.com. 9:40 to play first quarter. No score, just one first down between the two teams on their first possession. But the Chargers were scheming guys open, Ryan.
Yeah, they've done a good job. Two passes that probably could have been caught. Quentin Johnston and Ladd McConkey both dropping the ball, one on third down. That was really, like you said, schemed to get open. The Chargers have been really good all year at doing that, putting themselves in the position. It's just more or less about them executing said plays.
Under center, Herbert has J.K. Dobbins as the deep back. The Chargers start from their own 9-yard line. Tight end each way, receiver each way. Herbert the snap, 5-step drop. He pumps left, he throws over the middle. It's caught by Tucker Fisk on the left hash, shy of the 15. He turns and runs out to the 17. He's brought down by Jelani Tavai and Kyle Duggar after a pickup of 8. Tucker Fisk had just one career catch before week 12. He has 7 in his last 5 games.
Justin likes some big heavies, guys that hang around, protect and then get out and be over the football. He puts it perfectly to Fisk and picks up a few yards there to set up a second and short. A lot of different play calls here for Greg Roman he can call.
I've heard Jim Harbaugh likes some big heavies too. He's got a couple of them in under center. 2nd and 2 from the 17. Turn right. Give to Dobbins. He pulls off right guard. He pushes the pile across the 20 to the 21. A gain of 4 and a first down for the Chargers. And Ryan, we just received word that Drake May, after taking that big hit on the third down play for the Patriots before the break, has gone into the blue medical tent. There was helmet-to-helmet contact between him and rookie corner Cam Hart for the Chargers.
Yeah, it was a little, discombobulated. His foot landed out of bounds, but we didn't hear a whistle. He spins back around, and the defender, who was even further outside him out of the field of play, was the one that got his head to the side, and they just kind of banged heads as they went down.
Tight end each way. Herbert in the pistol. Dobbins behind him. 1st and 10 Chargers from their own 22. Snap. Play fake. Patriots bring 5. Herbert stands in a clean pocket. Rifles a line drive near side left. Incomplete, intended for Palmer into the Chargers bench. But the back judge threw a flag deep in the secondary in the middle of field away from the throw. Gonzalez had good coverage on Palmer, but you'd think this might be going against the Patriots. Here's John Hussey.
Holding. Defense number 31. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
That's Jonathan Jones in his 9th season in the NFL now, all here with New England.
Yeah, this was on the opposite side of the field, running Ladd McConkey down inside, and he just grabs a hold of the rookie receiver out of Georgia. The deep deep official, the back end's the one that threw it all the way about 40 yards away.
So 1st and 10 for the Chargers from their own 27. Under center Herbert gives to Dobbins, slashes off left guard, over the hash across the 30, and he bangs out to the 34 behind a big block from Jamari Salyer, the right guard, who is starting in place of Trey Pipkins out with a hip injury. It's a pickup of half a dozen.
J.K. Dobbins has had a wonderful year to start. Don't forget, he came from Baltimore, where Greg Roman and him developed a really great relationship. He got banged up during this season, missed a few games, and now is back. Looks really good to start this football game.
7.5 to play on a turning first quarter clock. No score in New England. Chargers 2nd and 4 from their own 33. Under center Herbert, snap and a stretch give left. Barely got it to Dobbins, who's hit at the line of scrimmage and slung to the ground by Anthony Jennings after a gain of maybe a yard.
Anthony Jennings wearing the strange number for defensive end or outside linebacker, number 33. 6'2", 255 out of Alabama. He just sheds the offensive lineman and just ropes down Dobbins to the ground to set up a 3rd down.
Not just any offensive lineman either. That's Rashawn Slater, the left tackle, who has been one of the best in the league, likely to get a 9-figure extension in the offseason for the Chargers. 2 receivers left and 1 right. Hassan Haskins, the tailback, to the left of Herbert on 3rd down and a long 2. Shotgun snap, quick throw left, caught over the shoulder by Ladd McConkey. Stutter steps on the left sideline, pushes across the 40 with a 1st down for the Chargers on a gain of half a dozen out to the 41.
Another wonderful scheme put together from Greg Roman. Ladd McConkey's on the inside, and they drop into a simple zone coverage, kind of matched up, but there's no way for him to get over the top. The defender at the time to get there, and big 1st down pickup, and the drive continues here for the Chargers.
4th completion for Herbert to 4 different receivers. He goes under center, a tight end each way, 2 receivers right. Hassan Haskins, the single back. Snap, spin right, play fake, deep drop. Herbert hits his back foot, rifles out of the right flat, caught by Haskins at the 45. He bounces out to the right sideline across midfield, lowers his left shoulder, and bangs into Patriots territory past Jelani Tavai down to the 48 of New England on a gain of 11. Hassan Haskins has only caught 3 passes all year. The first 2 were last week, and one of them went for a touchdown.
Well, his head coach, Jim Harbaugh, knows a lot about him, having played at Michigan. Just a wonderful job of Justin Herbert reading through the progression, everybody dropping deep, and then finding the running back in the flat who does the rest with his legs.
5.5 minutes to play first quarter. No score in Foxborough. Under center Herbert. Give left Dobbins. Stutter steps in the hole. Accelerates between the hashes. Off left guard. Pushes the pile to the 47. A gain of a yard. Kyle Duggar had the first contact. Jeremiah Farms cleaned it up on the defensive line. Duggar, the safety, was questionable this week. He is such a big piece for them. Signed that 4-year, $58 million extension in April.
This defense, they're going to go fast here, Nate.
Herbert goes quickly under center. First time either team has showed tempo. Snap and a play fake. Herbert drops deep. Well protected again. Pumps left. Pumps again. Throws short and incomplete at the feet of DJ Chark. Left side of the 40-yard line. Covered again by Christian Gonzalez, second-year man out of Oregon. Their first-round draft choice last year. He's been fantastic. 3rd down coming.
Always fascinating on when teams choose to go quick. Sometimes it feels really out of the ordinary, Nate, to do something like that when they've been moving the ball so well, taking their time, being methodic, and now all the Patriots did is line up in a zone defense to keep everything in front of them and cover well, and now it's a 3rd and long.
3rd down and 9 for the Chargers at the Patriots 47. 2 receivers make it 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun snap Herbert, 4-man rush. He throws quick right. It's caught by McConkey. Right side numbers at the 45. Accelerates up the field to the 42. And he is stood up and driven back by Jonathan Jones after a gain of 5. It'll set up 4th down and about 3 for McConkey and the Chargers. That felt like a 4-down territory play call.
It was. They really didn't have anything nearly to the sticks. The guy they were going to go to in Ladd McConkey, he was running an in and out, and when he bounced back out to the outside, he gets him the ball. And then the Patriots rally, make the tackle. Patriots most likely knowing they were going to go for it on 4th down.
3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Herbert in the gun on 4th down and 3 for the Patriots 42. The Foxborough crowd gets into it. Herbert gets a helmet high snap. A four-man New England rush. Herbert pumps once, throws over the middle. It's caught between the hashes by Quentin Johnston inside the 30. He veers to the left, running laterally across the 25, and he's tackled by Marte Mapu at the 24-yard line of the Patriots. 18 yards and a fourth down conversion.
This is a wonderful play call, but even a better job by Stone Smart. He's the tight end coming across the field. If he stops, and it looked like for a moment he was thinking about kind of settling, but he keeps going, and when he keeps going, it opens up that huge space in the middle of the field for Johnston to come open and Justin Herbert to put it on the money.
Dobbins behind Herbert in the pistol. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Herbert stops that right foot on 1st and 10 for the Patriots 23. Motions Dobbins to the left flat. Snap to Herbert. Drops deep. Throws deep down the left side. Over the shoulder. Diving catch by Darius Davis in the end zone. Touchdown Chargers. Herbert to Davis from 23 yards. The second-year receiver Davis had his first career receiving touchdown a week ago. He has his second to open the scoring in the first quarter today. 3:21 to go in the first. The Chargers 6 and the Patriots nothing.
Davis was most likely not the guy he wanted to go to. I think he wanted to take Quentin Johnston over the top, but he was getting rushed and the body was on him, and he had to let it go, and he put it perfectly into the outstretched arms of Davis as he leaps into the end zone.
Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. He's missed 3 this year, though they were all in the early part of the year. Right-footed kick end over end is on the way, and it is good. The Chargers go 91 yards for the game's opening touchdown, a 23-yard connection from Justin Herbert to Darius Davis. 3:21 to play first quarter. It's the Chargers 7 and the Patriots nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
You okay?
I can't sleep with this cough.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with NyQuil VapoCool. It's NyQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
So you ready to get some sleep? Thank you, NyQuil VapoCool.
NyQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing nighttime coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Something amazing is happening in meteorology. Climate researchers are weathering a data storm. That's because CDW transformed their devices and infrastructure to pre-configured Lenovo ThinkPads and powerful edge-to-cloud solutions, delivering faster insights to run more accurate forecast models. So it's almost like they're controlling the weather themselves. Lenovo and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Lenovo Client.
Tonight on NFL Network, it's a huge NFC West showdown with playoff hopes on the line. As Kyler Murray leads the Cardinals into L.A.
Kyler Murray does it again.
To take on Matthew Stafford and the Rams.
He's got it! Touchdown L.A.!
Live in prime time. Cardinals, Rams, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network and stream on NFL Plus.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Nate Gatter and Ryan Leaf here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Foxborough. Tackle your to-do list with Grainger. From locker rooms to plant floors, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. The Chargers go 91 yards for the opening touchdown of the game. They lead the Patriots 7-0 with 3:21 to go in the first quarter. Nate Gatter, Ryan Leaf back with you. And Drake May went to the locker room for the Patriots. He is officially questionable to return with a head injury. Jacoby Brissett has his helmet on, his hands in his hand warmer, standing on the sideline, almost on the field, getting ready to come out for the Patriots. We'd expect to see him at least on this drive. Cameron Dicker boots it away right to left for the Chargers, end over end toward Alex Erickson, who puts his arms out to either side to indicate he's going to put his right knee down, and in fact he does. A couple yards deep in the end zone down to our left, so he will bring the Patriots football out to the 30-yard line, and indeed Jacoby Brissett, Ryan, will be helming the Patriots on their second drive.
Jacoby Brissett, who is in his 9th year out of North Carolina State. Started the season as the starter and, of course, has had to play sparingly when Drake May has been out with some injuries. And unfortunately, after the first series, questionable to return for the rookie quarterback. No one better than a 9-year veteran to come in and stabilize things if need be.
Antonio Gibson is the single back with Brissett under center. Snap and a spin to the right and a give to Gibson off right tackle. Lowers his left shoulder, lunges out to the 32, maybe the 33. Pickup of 3 yards for Gibson on his first touch. Poona Ford, who's having a really nice season in his first year with the Chargers, makes the tackle.
He really is. He's 5'11" and 310 pounds. He takes up a lot of space, allows for those speedsters at linebacker like Deion Henley out of Washington State, go Cougs, to make tackles just like that.
2 tight ends left, single wide each way. Brissett under center. Gibson the deep back on 2nd down 7 for the Pats from their own 33. Brissett gets the snap, turn right, gives to Gibson, hit in the backfield, wrapped up around the shoulders by Joey Bosa and brought down for a loss of a yard. Bosa, that big contract, maybe not always worth it this year because of the injuries, but when he is healthy, he has been fantastic.
And if you can believe it, he's played 9 years. This is his 9th season, and yeah, when he makes plays simply like this, where he's able to just outmuscle any sort of guy at the line of scrimmage, pull him to the side and make the big tackle, that's exactly what you pay for.
Shotgun snap, 3rd down and 8. Brissett, the deep drop, quick throw left side, incomplete, intended for Demario Douglas. Coverage by Tarheeb Still, one of a couple of rookie corners who have been excellent for the Chargers. 2 different quarterbacks, same result, a pair of 3 and outs for the Patriots.
The Chargers defense has been much improved this year. Defensive coordinator Jesse Minter has just been outstanding in his rookie year as the coordinator, allowing Derwin James to really kind of be that hybrid everybody's been wanting to see him be, and the defense on the perimeter have stepped up as well.
Bryce Baringer to punt from left to right for the Patriots. Darius Davis is deep for the Chargers. It's a low wobbling spiral. It'll bounce inside the 30, hops directionally toward the far sideline inside the 25, and it's down around the 24-yard line. Just a 44-yard Baringer punt, no return. The Chargers will start from their own 44. 1:58 to play in the opening quarter. It's the Chargers 7 and the Patriots nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Score big with satellite internet when you switch to Viasat. Connect, browse, and explore. From first down to your town, connect wherever you live. No data caps, no confusing contracts, just a fast, reliable connection installed by pros. Unlimited data, endless possibilities. Visit Viasat.com/home internet to sign up today. That's Viasat, spelled Viasat.com/home internet. Viasat, internet without limits. Minimum 24-month service term except for Viasat Unleashed. Actual speeds will vary. Service not available in all areas. Offer may be changed or withdrawn at any time.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here.
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/score. $45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
Make the ultimate holiday feast a reality with the KFC Festive Feast for $25.99. Feed the whole family with 6 original recipe tenders and 6 pieces of classic fried chicken. Hand-breaded in KFC's secret blend of 11 herbs and spices. Get your choice of 2 large sides, like creamy mac and cheese or mashed potatoes, and 3 sauces. Head to your local KFC today or order through the app. It's KFC's Festive Feast for $25.99. Only at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
On January 10th, you're gonna rob that place. Now I'm gonna do it with you. Don't miss Den of Thieves 2.
Hey, Top goes gangster.
Starring Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr.
You're not a killer. I am.
Den of Thieves 2. Rated R. January 10th.
Sponsored by Lionsgate.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol. Its thick and rich moisturizing lather delivers a close, comfortable shave for just half the price of gels. A quality shave at an honest value. That's Barbasol.
Barbasol. All season long, you can stream the NFL on Westwood One for free. Sponsored by Pfizer. This RSV season, don't drop the ball. Visit VaxAssist.com to check eligibility and schedule an RSV vaccine. And fans, a reminder, you can listen on WestwoodOneSports.com, on the NFL app, by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports, or on our affiliate stations' digital platforms. Nate Ganner, Ryan Leaf, our entire Westwood One crew back with you from Foxborough. 1:58 remaining in the first quarter. The Chargers, after a 91-yard scoring drive, have a 7-0 lead over the Patriots. And LA starts 1st and 10 from its own 24. 2 receivers left to right. Shotgun snap Herbert, a play fake, a 4-man rush. He scans left to right. He flips it to the right flat. It's caught by Darius Davis in space. He cuts right toward the sideline across the 25. And he pushes out to the 29, a pickup of 5. Jonathan Jones, the tackle, 2nd and 5.
Justin Herbert took a quick peek back towards us at Quentin Johnston on the near sideline because I thought he had one-on-one coverage and was going to take a shot down the field. Chose differently, swung it out to the right to Davis, and they pick up a good chunk here on 1st down to set up another 2nd and short.
2nd down and 5 for their own 29. Trips bunch to the left. Hassan Haskin, the tailback, to the right of Herbert in the gun. Herbert gets the snap, fakes jet motion, quick throw, wide receiver screen, left side, caught by Quentin Johnston, accelerates across the 30 between the left hash and the numbers, across the 35, and he's tackled at the 38 by Jalen Hawkins after a pickup of 9 on a 1st down.
It's like we're playing in Fort Worth. You got Quentin Johnston and Darius Davis there, both from TCU in their 2nd years, taking control of this football game. Justin Herbert really likes both of these guys. The speed from the 6'4", 215-pound receiver, 1st-round draft pick from a year ago.
That's 13 Chargers passes against only 6 runs. Normally a run-first offense under Jim Harbaugh. Tight end each way, under center snap, counter action, give right. Dobbins accelerates through a hole across the 40, right hash of the 45. He's hit low and yanked down to the 47-yard line of the Chargers. Got a block from Zion Johnson, the left guard, a Boston College kid back in Massachusetts, and he helps Dobbins get 9.
Dobbins almost hesitates. And then like you're pulling the lanyard of a lawnmower, he just turns and just goes and absolutely accelerates and picks up almost 9 3/4 yards here, setting up a 2nd and awfully short.
2 seconds to go in the first quarter and 1. Herbert just tries to get the Patriots to jump. They do not. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter with the score. The Chargers 7 and the Patriots 0. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
This is Steve Torrey. It's the last Sunday of 2024, so join Bill Leckus and me for the Sunday Drive at noon Eastern.
Looks, throws, answers, yes! Caught! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
For live listen-ins, guests, fantasy analysis, and playoff scenarios around the National Football League.
Fires to the end zone, touchdown, Buffalo!
We get ready to close out 2024 with a bang, so join us on the Sunday Drive on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Don't miss a feast of festive football on SiriusXM FC.
Ho, ho, ho.
From the drama of the Premier League
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah
to the excitement of Serie A.
What a start for Inter!
Enjoy your holiday season with the gift of live soccer.
Stupendously magnificent!
Courtesy of SiriusXM FC, channel 157 in the car, and the SiriusXM app. Head to SiriusXM.com/soccer schedule for all the match listings.
Hear every game of the college football playoff on SiriusXM. The quarterfinals kick off on New Year's Eve at 7:30 Eastern when Boise State battles Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl.
Touchdown, Astro-Jetti!
Then on New Year's Day, a triple header starts at 1 with Arizona State and Texas, followed by Oregon taking on Ohio State, and then Georgia faces Notre Dame. Get your channel numbers at SiriusXM.com/college football schedule or search college football on the SiriusXM app. And for expert analysis, check out College Sports Radio, channel 84.
Celebrate Christmas with a classic assortment of shows from the golden age of radio.
Do you believe that you are Santa Claus?
Of course. Memories and voices that live on forever.
Each man's life touches so many other lives. Don't you see, George? You really had a wonderful life.
A wall-to-wall Christmas happening now.
Jolly Noel from us all.
On Radio Classics Channel 148 and everywhere Christmas takes you on the SiriusXM app.
Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC tomorrow night when the Falcons meet the Commanders in our nation's capital. Of course, you can also hear Sunday Night Football each week right here beginning at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at WestwoodOneSports.com. Nate Ganner, Ryan Leaf with you from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The Chargers have a 7-0 lead over the Patriots after a quarter. And they have 2nd down and less than a yard from their own 47. full house backfield with a pair of fullbacks. They motion Fisk out to line up tight left. I formation, give left to Dobbins. He veers to the left side dangerously in the backfield, and he's swallowed up for a loss of a yard. Devon Godshaw was the first man in. A crowd of Patriots joined him. It'll set up third down and maybe a yard and a half.
I would have loved to have seen the Chargers take a shot there. It seems like everybody in the stadium would think that that's going to happen, second and short, but everybody was up there to defend the run, and simply put, when you start going laterally, that becomes a problem.
Under center, Herbert snapping a sneak, and he pushes out toward the 48. He got just enough. A pickup of 1 and a first down for the Chargers on the quarterback sneak by Justin Herbert, who has been prolific as a rusher this year compared to past moments in his career, but generally as a scrambler, not necessarily going up the middle.
And when you're 6'5", 235 pounds, when you're asked, you do it. That's simply how it put. You can just lay across his offensive lineman, and it should get you a yard.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the quarterback who tells Jim Harbaugh, I don't really sneak, coach.
I'm not a sneak guy.
He goes into the gun. Hassan Haskins on his right hip. 2 receivers left and 1 right. 1st and 10 for the Chargers from their own 48. Up 7-0 early second quarter. Darius Davis on the jet motion right to left. Fake to him. Blitz up the middle. Herbert protected. Throw deep left. A leaping catch by Ladd McConkey on the left sideline across the 35. And he's blasted out of bounds into Patriots territory at the 32. It's a pickup of 21, and it's the 3rd catch today for Ladd McConkey that gives him 72 for the season and sets a new Los Angeles Chargers rookie record.
That was a wonderfully timed play. Simple play action. Great job by Hassan Haskins in the backfield picking up the blitz. That was the key to it. Pick up that blitz. You have a wheel with a post with Quentin Johnston clearing it out. Ladd McConkey wide open on the far sideline. He grabs it, sets the rookie record. What a tremendous draft pick by the Chargers, and the commitment and excellence by the young receiver out of Georgia this year. Him and Justin Herbert have really found a connection so far.
Christian Gonzalez, the great young corner for the Patriots, was slow to get up after making the hit on McConkey, but he did get to his feet and walk off to his sideline under his own power. 1st and 10 Chargers at the New England 33. Herbert under center. Deep back in the eye is Vidal. He gets the handoff, slashes off left guard between the hash of the numbers across the 30. He powers down to the 28 of the Patriots. A gain of 5 for the rookie Kamani Vidal. You mentioned a great draft pick by the Chargers. It could have been a great draft pick by the Patriots. They had the number 34 pick, but they traded it to the Chargers for pick number 37, which became Jalen Polk, and a 4th rounder, which became Jalen Polk, I should say, and Javon Baker. They've combined for a dozen catches. McConkey has 72.
Yeah, it's always interesting, and it always depends on where you go, the offense you're in, and him and Justin have just hit it off from the start.
2nd down 5 at the 28 of the Patriots. 2 tight left, single wide each way. Herbert under center. Dobbins the deep back. Play fake to him and a deep drop. Herbert under pressure. Steps up. Slings it out right. A hands catch by the tight end Stone Smart. Tumbling to the ground on the right sideline. Inside the 15. Down to the 14-yard line of New England. Kyle Duggar, the safety, had the coverage, but Smart pulls it in on a pickup of 14. He has been a revelation for the Chargers with some of the injuries in that tight end room.
Simply put, when Will Dissly went down, Stone Smart was thrown into action. This was a simple out route, and one that Justin Herbert shuffled his feet on. Probably felt a little late if you were throwing it that far, but he had a lot of confidence, and he certainly has a ton of confidence in his arm as he put it to the outside for the big pickup.
2 receivers left and 1 right. Motion Darius Davis on the orbit motion into the backfield. Fake to him. Give to Dobbins. He veers to the right. Cuts back to the left between the hashes inside the 15. He bangs down to the 12 in a massive Patriots after a pickup of a pair. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Chargers in the red zone, where they have gotten points on all but 2 red zone possessions this year, but only turn them into touchdowns 58% of the time, 14th in the league.
When you look around the league and you look at the teams that are most likely set into the 5, 6, and 7 seeds, you talk about the Steelers, you talk about the Chargers, and you talk about the Broncos or maybe the Bengals. And the team that's playing the best football right now, simply put, out of those 3 teams, is this Los Angeles Chargers team.
Empty set for Herbert in the gun. 3 right, 2 left. 2nd and 8 for the Patriots, 12. Shotgun snap. Herbert looks right. Throws a deep corner route. Back right side toward Palmer, who was bracketed. And it's over everybody. Incomplete, out of bounds. Herbert had both Isaiah Bolden and Jonathan Jones on him. I should say Palmer did. Herbert maybe just throwing that one away.
Yeah, he was, but he was looking at him the whole time. It was either he's going to break open, and I'm going to hit him with it or let it fly, because Stone Smart was wide open in the flat, and I just don't think his eyes ever got back to him. It would have been a good check down. Probably could have possibly scored, if not picked up a few yards to get him a little closer.
Chargers 7, Patriots nothing. 10:59 to play, second quarter. 3rd down and 8 for the Chargers at the New England 12-yard line. Trips spread right, single wide is Johnston left. Herbert in the gun, Haskins to his left. Shotgun snap, 4-man rush. Herbert throws left, caught in the drag by Palmer, who's blasted shy of the line to gain. Left side at the 9 by Marte Mapu. The big hit on Palmer stymies the Chargers in the red zone. It's only a 4-yard gain, and Cameron Dicker comes out for a short field goal.
Kind of a zone matchup, and Marte Mapu was sitting back there as a single safety, and he zoned in on Palmer, and he put him to the ground soon as he caught the football. It was probably the 3rd or 4th progression read for Justin Herbert, and Mapu gets him to the ground and makes him have to attempt a field goal.
27-yard left hash kick for Dicker, who's been excellent in his career from inside 50. Right-footed kick is up, end over end, right down the middle, and good. 10:15 to go, second quarter. The Chargers extend their lead to 10-0. A reminder that for every field goal made today and throughout the remainder of the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. Chargers 10, Patriots nothing. 10:15 to go, second quarter. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
From Brad Summer
to
high-level hip-hop beef.
They not like us. They not like us.
Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration.
Relive the songs and stories that define 2024 on the SiriusXM app with exclusive countdowns of the year's best tracks from your favorite channels. Plus the biggest moments in sports, comedy, and beyond.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Just search 2024 on the app to start the look back.
Christmas Eve, Bad Santa made his return.
Come on up!
History was made in 2004 when Eminem partnered with SiriusXM to launch Shade 45. Hear stories and highlights as Marshall and special guests rewind the tapes. 20 years of Shade 45. Replays throughout the week on Channel 45 and at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Feel that 3 a.m. euphoria any time of the day on BPM, a channel delivering non-stop dance and electronic hits. And live sets from the world's top DJs. The beat never stops on BPM Channel 52. And at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Hey everybody, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. If you're a racing fan, Dirty Mode Media, they have the ultimate lineup for you, even in the off-season. From NASCAR drivers and crew members to industry insiders, we've got it all. Whether you're tuning in to Herman Schrader, Becoming Earnhardt Season 2, Door Bumper Clear, The Teardown, or even Speed Street for you IndyCar fans. We're covering every angle of motorsports in the off-season. Dirty Mode Media is your home for all things NASCAR now on the SiriusXM app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Remaining second quarter at Gillette Stadium. The Chargers are out to a 10-0 lead on the road over the Patriots. Nate Gatter, Ryan Leaf, our Westwood One crew back with you. Cameron Dicker will kick away from left to right for Los Angeles after his 27-yard field goal extended the Chargers' lead to 2 possessions. Antonio Gibson and Alex Erickson wait at the goal line down to our right to return for New England. Dicker raises his right arm, approaches the football, swings his right leg, a line drive end-over-end kick, sails 3 yards deep into the end zone for a touchback. A reminder that you can watch NFL Network and Westwood One announcers Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on NFL Game Day morning, only on NFL Network. Why is the Gillette Stadium crowd cheering down 10-0 early in the second quarter? Because Drake May, after he missed the second series being evaluated for a head injury, has been cleared to return and he's back in the huddle.
That's good to hear. Good to see. Hometown crowd excited about what this young quarterback can mean. Something else having to follow in the footsteps of Tom Brady here, but they have found a good one.
First and 10, Pats from their own 30. Play fake, May. He steps up in the pocket. He rolls to the right. He takes off and runs across the 35, and he slides down on the right side, shy of the line to gain, and a flag comes in at the end. A 9-yard scramble for Drake May. There was contact on the slide, and 2 flags are down around the point where he slid to the ground at the 39.
While the quarterback was in his slide, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 25. Hit to the head of the quarterback. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
That's Junior Colson, the rookie, who's barely played for the Chargers after they took him in the 3rd round this spring. What do you think?
Yeah, it's probably a good call. I mean, you've just got a quarterback coming back on the field for being out and having his head looked at, and then he goes firmly into the slide before Colson then kind of just lands on him more or less when it was not needed to happen. Easy flag, I do believe. A bad one, too, by Colson, the rookie.
That's the first time the Patriots have moved the chains today. 1st and 10 on the Chargers side of the 50, but they're going backwards. A give to Ramondre Stevenson, who's mauled in the backfield all the way back at midfield by Tuipulotu for a loss of 4.
He's been such a huge help to this team alongside Joey Bosa.
2nd and 14, under center snap, May. Play fake and a deep drop. He climbs the pocket, throws over the middle to Stevenson, who makes a helmet-high catch, falling down to his knees. And he tried to get up and scramble away, but he's tackled by Deion Henley after a pickup of a couple. There's a flag down to the offensive backfield. It would be 3rd and 12 as it stands, so this might be a decision for Jim Harbaugh as to whether he'd rather have 3rd and 12 or 2nd and 24.
Illegal use of the hands, hand to the face, offense number 59. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Are you surprised he'd rather have 2nd and 24 than 3rd and 12, or is this also about field position?
It could not when it's at midfield. This feels like something that he wanted to get the ball back and really do some damage with it. He would have probably declined that.
It's Vidarian Lowe, the left tackle, who got up into the face of Tuipulotu, had the tackle for loss on 1st down. So now the Patriots are all the way back to their own 40. And they have 2nd down and 24. 2 receivers right, 2 left, including the tailback, Ramondre Stevenson. The tight end, Hunter Henry, lined up in the left slot as well. May empty in the gun. Gets the snap, 4-man rush, stands left to right, throws over the middle. It's batted down in front of Kayshon Boutte, but a flag comes down for the coverage by Christian Fulton, who went over the top with his left arm to knock the football down. You wonder if maybe there was a grab with the trailing right arm. John Hussey will give us the call in a moment. If it's pass interference, it's an automatic first down.
Pass interference, defense number 7. While he plays the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
This call for me is a little weak. I can only imagine that the right arm is just hugging the right arm of the receiver there, enough right where the flag was thrown. So that official was looking right at Christian Fulton and his right arm with a little bear hug to the side, and that gets him up on automatic first down.
Shotgun snap, May, quick slam throw, left side, caught against his chest by Kayshon Boutte, breaking in for the left boundary. He's wrapped up at the 45 and pushed back by Tariq Still, a pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 45.
You never quite know what's going to happen. He declined the penalty. It's 3rd and 12. There might be a different kind of play call. It might have been the same play call where the same situation happens. You just never know.
Under center, May tries to pitch a reverse. It's loose in the backfield. A fumble recovered by Derwin James. A missed time lateral. They faked the toss toward Ramondre Stevenson. They were trying to pitch it on the end around to Demario Douglas, looping from right to left. It was out in front of him. He wasn't there in time. The ball came to rest in the backfield, recovered by Derwin James at the Patriots' 44. And that could be a death blow for New England, even in the first half of this game.
It's an incredible play call and design, but wow, he just almost lets the ball go before Douglas is even close and almost hands the ball to Derwin James and the Chargers.
8:35 to go, second quarter. Chargers 10, Patriots nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Festive Feaster.
Who wants another slice of Grammy's famous pumpkin pie?
I do. I do not. I think I need to lay down for a minute.
You overdid it on all the family favorites, and now your stomach's throwing a Yuletide tantrum. Undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can get back to the feast and the festivities.
Who's ready for some games?
When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, football fans. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Nate Gatter and Ryan Leaf here in the Grainger broadcast booth at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Give your team an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry, plus fast delivery and 24/7 support. When you call, click Grainger.com or just stop by. Chargers 10, Patriots nothing, 8:35 to go, second quarter. Nate Gatter, Ryan Leaf back with you. And Ryan, just when the Patriots had some momentum, they got to the Chargers side of the 50. A sloppy turnover on a toss gone wrong, and the Chargers take over at the New England 44.
Inventive play calling is always something that offensive coordinators love to do. It's just a matter of whether or not, you've practiced and you felt comfortable enough. It was not run appropriately, and they turn it over.
High set for the Chargers. Give left to Dobbins. He bounces outside, picks his way past the line of scrimmage, curls to the left sideline, across the 42 to the 41, a pickup of 2 or 3. Jelani Tavai, the linebacker, ran him out of bounds, the leading tackler this year for New England. That was the league-leading 29th fumble of the season for the Patriots, and it puts them behind the 8 ball.
There's something to fumbling the football. Whether or not that ultimately ends up in turnovers is another story. Like, it might be one of the most crazy variables because the ball bounces, so you could fumble it 30 times and only fumble it away, twice. They've given it away all year long.
2 receivers left and 1 right. Herbert under center. Snap spin right. Play fake to Dobbins. Wide receiver screen. Make it a tight end screen. Caught left side by Will Dissly. Jukes a man to the 40 and motors between the left hash and the numbers across the 35. He's tackled at the 34 of New England with a first down on a pickup of 7. How about the mobility from Will Dissly, the tight end who was questionable this week but got into full practice on Thursday?
Well, I would only expect that from a Montana man, and that is Will Dissly, being from the great state of Montana. He comes back this week. Coach Harbaugh was really, really pleased to have his big guy back. He became a very important piece to the puzzle for Justin Herbert earlier this season.
First and 10 of the Patriots 34. Shotgun snap Herbert. Wide receiver screen. Throw right side. Caught by Darius Davis. Hit in the backfield. Wrapped up around the waist and pulled to the ground by Isaiah Bolden, the second-year corner out of Jackson State. He had that scary injury last preseason that cost him all of 2023. Great to see him back on the field.
It is, and he is a good-looking corner. 6'2", 205 pounds, really good length on his arms, but they're real physical. He just shucks the wide receiver out of the way on the screen, is able to make the tackle for a loss in the backfield.
A loss of 3 for Davis. 2nd and 13 for the Chargers with a 10-0 lead. 6:40 to go, second quarter. At the 37 of New England, they empty it out. 2 receivers each way. Herbert alone in the gun. Herbert stomps his right foot. He gets a chest-high snap against a 4-man rush. Well protected. Throws over the middle. It's caught by Ladd McConkey. Slanting in for the left side. Across the 30 between the hashes. He spins down to the 28 in the arms of Alex Austin. 10 yards for McConkey to set up 3rd down and 4.
It looks so easy for him and McConkey to be able to do this. They go empty, and the defenders for the Patriots are just catching, right? They're really defensive in that approach, not really in a reactive sense. And McConkey just crosses his face, and it's perfectly thrown to the rookie for a big pickup on 2nd down.
Haskins lines up to the left of Herbert in the gun. Trips left, single wide right. 3rd down and 4 for the Patriots 27. A give to Haskins. He has room on the right side across the 25, and he muscles down near the 20 with a first down for the Chargers. A surprise give to Hassan Haskins on 3rd down and 4. He picks up 9 all the way to the 19-yard line of New England.
Yeah, only 14 carries on the year so far. You called it out when you called the play design. You had one to the right, Haskins to the left, and they just run counter. Great job pin and pulling by the offensive line. Opens up a hole, and he picks up a big first down and gets them into the red zone.
Justin Herbert has completed 15 of 19 passes for 149 yards. He needs 5 more to break the NFL's passing record in the first 5 seasons of a career. Single wide right, 2 left. Shotgun snap, Herbert. He looks left. He scans to the right. He throws in the flat. It's caught by J.K. Dobbins. He runs across the 15. He jukes to the left, and he bulls down near the 12. And with that, Justin Herbert has thrown for more yards in his first 5 seasons than any quarterback in NFL history, breaking a Peyton Manning record that has stood for 2 decades. Who? I never heard of him.
Peyton Manning, huh? I know that guy's name. Kind of funny. Get a Peyton Manning reference in the Los Angeles Chargers. What a great accomplishment by the 5th-year player out of the University of Oregon. I've got a chance to cover him all the way from college. We play golf in the summers. Really proud of the young man and what he's started here in Los Angeles.
Pickup of 6. They motion Herbert out to the left, a full house backfield. Direct snap is on Haskins. He picks his way off right guard, lowers his shoulder, plants and goes, pushes down to the 10. A pickup of a couple. It'll be 3rd down and a yard coming up for the Chargers at the Patriots 10. LA on top 10-0 with 4 minutes and counting to play in the second quarter.
20,000 passing yards, 132 touchdowns already. This all started because a doctor deflated a lung on Jacoby Brissett.
On Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor. And he had to start against the Kansas City Chiefs in week 2, and he's been the guy ever since.
3rd down and 1 from the 10. Herbert under center. Give to Haskins. Plows off right guard. Pushes down to the 6 along the right hash. A pickup of 4 and a first down. And Haskins slammed the football down against the turf. He was 1 broken tackle away from going in for 6.
Good play call. Just kind of a trap. Reversing out by Justin Herbert. He hands the ball. Quick hitter. Picks up the first down. Tick, tick, tick as the clock runs down to about 3 minutes and 10 seconds here in the second quarter. And they've dominated offensively so far in this football game.
Big block by the center, Bradley Bozeman. First down and goal now at the Patriots 6. Tight end each way, receiver each way. Dobbins the single back, under center snap. Herbert a play fake, a deep drop all day. Rifles over the middle, a 2-hand catch on the O of the Patriots, tied by Ladd McConkey for a Chargers touchdown. Ladd McConkey, who the Patriots could have drafted at number 34. They traded the pick to L.A., and they have to watch McConkey shake hands with his quarterback after a 6-yard strike at Gillette Stadium to make it 16-0 Chargers with 2:55 to play in the first half.
Oh my, I wish you could have seen this play. I'm going to try to describe it to you the best I can. It's just a double crosser over the top by Quentin Johnston and Ladd McConkey. He just slams on his foot and then runs almost a reverse corner to it, the man coverage. What a great play concept. Throw, catch, touchdown Chargers.
Cameron Dicker's end-over-end extra point is up and good. The Chargers capitalize on the fumble and stretch out the lead. 2:55 remaining second quarter. Chargers 17, Patriots nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
'Tis the season for the race to the playoffs on NFL Sunday Ticket. Now for just $49, you can spend your holidays with the Bears and Texans and Falcons and Vikings. All in your living room. Well, not literally. It's a metaphor. Get NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV, now just $49. Sign up at youtube.com/NFLST. Current prorated price. New users only. Terms and embargoes apply. No cancellations. Content restrictions apply.
The Jeep Wrap-Up the Year sales event is here. Now get great deals on vehicles winter is no match for. And right now, get $500 holiday bonus cash allowance on 2024 and 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x4 models. Or get $500 holiday bonus cash allowance on Jeep Wrangler and Jeep Gladiator. For great comfort, capability, and adventure, plus a holiday bonus cash allowance, don't miss the Jeep Wrap-Up the Year sales event. Hurry in today. Contact dealer for details. Must take retail delivery by January 2nd. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
Whether your team is at home or on the road, hear every game with your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app. Just search for your team and click the favorite star.
Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. After the Patriots fumble, the Chargers go 9 plays, 44 yards in 5 minutes and 40 seconds, capped by a 6-yard scoring pass from Justin Herbert to Ladd McConkey, the 6th touchdown catch of the season for McConkey, the 19th touchdown throw of the season for Justin Herbert, making the 20th and 2nd today. And for McConkey, it put him over 1,000 yards for the season. He becomes the 3rd Chargers rookie ever to go for 1,000 receiving yards, joining Keenan Allen and John Jefferson in Chargers history. 17-0 LA over New England with 2:55 to go second quarter. Cameron Dicker sends a line drive end-over-end kick toward the goal line. It's taken to the 2 on the near side by Alex Erickson. He runs it out along the numbers to the 20, gets a block across the 25. He's hit quad high and tackled at the 27. So the Patriots will start there, needing something with 3 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning, and 2:49 remaining, because they have been dominated in this first half.
Yeah, you learn pretty quick. You have limited possessions in the NFL level. I remember my first welcome to the NFL was week 2 against the Tennessee Titans. We had 2 possessions in the first half. 21 minutes, almost 22 full minutes, comparison to what the Patriots have held the ball now for that 5:07 so far. Wow.
Pistol snap, handoff Gibson, stutter step in the hole. He accelerates between the hashes, and he's wrapped up and spun to the ground at the 30. Poona Ford had the first contact for the Chargers, a gain of 3.
2 3-and-outs, a penalty, and a turnover in their last drive, and now with just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, they're going to try to mount something and get some sort of points. Right now, the Chargers are showcasing that they can go play in cold weather. They can go play in cold weather. They can be physical. They can dominate. And that means a lot, because those are the places they're going to have to go when they make the playoffs.
2nd and 7, Pats from their own 30. 2 wide left, single wide right. Shotgun snap, May. Rifle throw over the middle, caught by Kendrick Bourne, who gets loose between the hashes. He angles at the left side across the 40. He runs past the 45, and he's tackled at the 48 by Tarheeb Still. First catch for Kendrick Bourne today. 18 yards and a Patriots first down as we hit the 2-minute warning. Our score, the Chargers 17, the Patriots nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Football is a game of inches. And just like on the field, winning in life takes dedication and teamwork. That's why Old Spice, the brand that helps men navigate the game of life with confidence, is continuously stepping up with its School of Swagger initiative. Did you know nearly 1.2 million students drop out of high school every year, with higher rates among boys of color? Mentorship plays a crucial role in changing this. Since 2020, Old Spice has been connecting boys with mentors who provide the guidance, support, and confidence they need to graduate and succeed in life. Want to help make a difference? Become a mentor with Old Spice School of Swagger. Visit oldspice.com/School of Swagger and help a young man unlock his full potential today.
Doug. Limu wanted me to tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. He says because we all like to save a buck. No, okay, he said with the extra cash, you can lease a new truck. Wait, he said he went to middle school with geese and ducks? Actually, I think Limu just said squawk.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
A reminder to stay with us for the NFL on Westwood One halftime report, sponsored by Wendy's. Scott Graham will chat with Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase. That's coming up on the Wendy's halftime report. Wendy's new Salted Caramel Frosty is the only treat you'll want this season. The iconic Frosty with a salted caramel twist? Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only at participating Wendy's, naturally flavored. 2 minutes to play in the opening half. Chargers 17, Patriots nothing. New England has it 1st and 10 from its own 48 after the longest play of the game for the Patriots, an 18-yard pass to Kendrick Bourne. But they have been outgained, Ryan Leaf, 214 to 39 today.
Yeah, it's been all Chargers, offensively, defensively. In fact, in terms of plays run, even 37 plays for the Chargers so far to only 12 by the New England Patriots.
1st and 10 from their own 48 for New England. Single wide left, twins to the right. Shotgun snap to Drake May. He throws quickly left side. A hands catch by Kendrick Bourne on the quick out left. He's knocked out of bounds on the near sideline after a pickup of 4 into Chargers territory near the 48. Christian Fulton had the coverage.
Just a simple out route, something small, pick up a few yards, stop the clock. This could go a long way for this Patriots team to scrap or claw their way back into it, even if they only have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Antonio Gibson in as the tailback on the right hip of May. 2 receivers each way. Shotgun snap. May steps up. Lot of room. Runs between the left side of the numbers across the 40. Slides down near the 35 and skids on the wet turf almost all the way to the 30. They'll spot him back at the 36-yard line. Deion Henley came on a blitz for the Chargers, but there was nobody up the middle for May to escape and run for 13.
You know, you'll find out pretty quickly at the NFL level, 2-man where you got 2 over the top and man coverage underneath, and if the quarterback knows he has no one there for him.
Play, Chargers jump, shotgun snap. May uncorks a deep ball down the right seam toward Demario Douglas, who dives at the goal line, working in front of a Chargers defensive back. He caught the football. Touchdown, New England. Drake May off his back foot with Bosa in his face throws a touchdown to Demario Douglas from 36 yards away.
Offside. Defense number 48. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
And with 1:24 remaining in the first half, the Patriots are on the board. Chargers 17 and New England 6.
Bud Dupree jumps off sides, and then the rookie quarterback does exactly what you're trained to do. You have a complete free play. Throw it up. Give your guy a chance, and that's what happens. He underthrows the receiver. The DB runs by as Douglas dives at the goal line and catches it for a touchdown.
Jasir Taylor had the coverage, and Douglas worked back in front of him for a diving grab at the goal line. Joey Sly on for the extra point from the left hash. Right-footed kick is end over end and right down the middle. What a jolt that could be for the Patriots. A 36-yard touchdown pass from Drake May to Demario Douglas. And with 1:24 to play, second quarter, it's the Chargers 17 and the Patriots 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Tonight on NFL Network, it's a huge NFC West showdown with playoff hopes on the line. As Kyler Murray leads the Cardinals into L.A.
Kyler Murray does it again.
To take on Matthew Stafford and the Rams.
He's got it! Touchdown L.A.
Live in prime time. Cardinals, Rams, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network and stream on NFL Plus.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only had to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here.
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/score. $45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
And welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or diabetes, you're at higher risk of being hospitalized from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by Viasat. Score big with Viasat satellite internet no matter where you live. Viasat.com/home internet. That's Viasat.com/home internet. The Patriots go 73 yards in just 5 plays and 91 seconds. Capped off on a free play 36-yard touchdown from Drake May to Demario Douglas. The 3rd touchdown catch this year for Douglas. the 15th touchdown pass for May this season, the 8th straight game in which he has thrown a touchdown. It puts the Patriots on the board, but it leaves a minute 24 for Justin Herbert and the Chargers, who lead 17-7 late on in the second quarter, and they have 2 timeouts to play with.
Yeah, plenty of time to do what they want to with it, but on that final play, just really smart by Drake May, sees the offsides, stays with it, throws it up in the vicinity that gives his receiver a chance. Jasir Taylor just never got his head around and then got undercut right there at the goal line for the Hail Mary of sorts for a touchdown.
Joey Slye to kick away from right to left for the Patriots. The Chargers have Darius Davis deep to return. Right-footed end-over-end kick takes Davis 5 yards deep into the end zone. He puts his left knee down for a touchback out to the 30-yard line. 84 seconds, 2 timeouts for the Chargers, and the luxury of having a quarterback like Justin Herbert in this league, a $50+ million a year guy, is you don't have to call this conservatively.
No, not at all. I would expect to see some play action, but he's really smart about it, too. He understands the time, how many timeouts you have. If you do throw it and you check it down, those are usually the good plays to have early on in a 2-minute drill.
Single wide left, 2 right. Kamani Vidal on the left hip of Herbert in the gun. 1st and 10 from the 30. Chest high snap, 4-man rush. Herbert stands in, flips it out, right flat, caught by McConkey, feints right toward the sideline, cuts back left. He's wrapped up and stopped in his tracks at the 33. Isaiah Bolden makes the tackle after a gain of 3 yards. The Patriots will be short-staffed on the edges because Christian Gonzalez, the second-year corner, has been ruled out for the remainder of the game with a concussion. 2nd and 7, make it 2nd and 6, Chargers from their own 34. Shotgun snap, Herbert, rifle throw, over the middle, a 2-hand catch by Josh Palmer on the right hash across the 45, and he corkscrews out to the 49. 15 yards for Palmer and a first down.
Yeah, just like that, you're at midfield, perfectly run play. Same lad, McConkey flat with Palmer over the top. Big completion.
2 right, 1 left, 40 seconds to go, second quarter. Shotgun snap, Herbert, deep drop all day, scans left to right, throws deep down the right sideline, intentionally behind Vidal, who was running down the right sideline with Christian Ellis in coverage out of the backfield. It's incomplete.
Yeah, he searched through his entire progression, ended up coming all the way back around to Vidal on the sideline, does the right thing, puts it outside. If Vidal were to have stopped, maybe turned and used his outstretched arms, he could have made a reach for it, but not. Stops the clock, 2nd down at midfield.
32 seconds to play, second quarter. Chargers 17, Patriots 7. LA has 2 timeouts left. 2nd and 10 from its own 49. Palmer, the receiver, right. McConkey and Johnston out to the left. Stone Smart, the tight end, right. Hassan Haskins, the tailback, on the left hip of Herbert in the gun. Shotgun snap, 4-man Patriots rush. Herbert steps up, runs along the right hash across the 45 of New England. He slides down to the 44, and Jim Harbaugh uses his first timeout after a 7-yard Herbert scramble. He's been doing that more this year. He has 5 games this season of 28 rushing yards or more. He only had 7 of those in his first 4 seasons combined.
I think that him and conversations with him and Jim Harbaugh about what his legs can do for this team offensively has been a huge factor.
Every Westwood One football broadcast this season is once again available on all Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports and you'll be taken straight to the action. That's Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. 3rd down and 3 for the Chargers at the Patriots 44. 1 timeout, 28 seconds remaining second quarter. They lead it by 10. Cameron Dicker has a long of 59, tied the Chargers record in October against Arizona. This would be about a 62-yarder from here. Haskins, the tailback, right hip of Herbert in the gun, trips left, single man right. Herbert gets a chest-high snap, 4-man rush, he drops deep, he steps up, he throws deep down the left side toward Josh Palmer, over his head, incomplete inside the 10. He had a step on Bolden and Duggar running with him down the field. It's incomplete, and looking at a 60-plus yard field goal, the Chargers are leaving the offense on the field.
Oh, I like this play call. You had 2 real opportunities with Palmer down the seam and then a crosser coming towards the near sideline with Quentin Johnston, and he just didn't quite get through his progression. Thought he had a chance at Palmer, just wasn't able to put it on the money.
If the Chargers don't convert here, the Patriots, with all 3 of their timeouts, would have a chance to get into field goal range themselves, trailing 17-7. New England in the dime with 6 in the secondary. 2 receivers left and 2 right. Herbert in the gun, 4th and 3 from the New England 44. Shotgun snap, four-man rush. Herbert throws over the middle. A catch by Stone Smart, going airborne to the 35 of the Patriots, reaching back behind his body, crossing from right to left. He grabs it in his gold gloves, and he has a first down for the Chargers on a gain of 9 to the 35-yard line of the Patriots. Ellis the tackle. 17 seconds remaining second quarter. The Chargers use their last timeout.
Well, what's so great about this is Stone Smart does a good job of settling in zone coverage, and then Justin Herbert does not throw him into the defender crossing the field. Instead, puts it on his back shoulder, doesn't take a shot, able to get down clean and take a timeout. Now, with 17 seconds to go, no timeouts left, the special teams unit on the sideline has to be ready. If this ball is caught in the field of play, they will have to most likely run onto the field if they cannot get up to spike the ball.
Trips right, single wide left. Haskins on the right hip of Herbert. Chest high shotgun snap. Herbert looks right. Under pressure. He rolls out right. He flips it down the right sideline. Incomplete into the sideline. And a flag comes out for roughing the passer. The pressure put on initially by Anthony Jennings. Yannick Ngakoue
after the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, roughing the passer, defense, number 55. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
That's Yannick Ngakoue, now in his 9th year in the league, former Pro Bowler back in 2017 with Jacksonville when he was looked at as a rising pass rusher in the NFL, looking for his first sack as a Patriot and maybe looking a little too hard.
I mean, this is... I don't know what you're thinking at that point. The ball's thrown. You see it completely out of his hand. You take 2 steps, and then you decide just to shove the guy, the $50 million quarterback, onto the ground. Yeah, that's just boneheaded and deserved the flag.
11 seconds to go, first half. No timeouts for the Chargers. New England, though, has 3, and Gerard Mayo uses 1 in advance of what will likely be the final offensive play of this first half for the Chargers. 11 seconds to go, the ball at the Patriots 20. You'd think this is just an end zone shot or a throwaway and then a field goal, right?
Yes, I would suspect. And with Jim Harbaugh, it wouldn't surprise me at all if with 11 seconds, you could take 2 shots to the end zone if you wanted to. They would have to be quick ones. They would have to be most likely hole shots or something that gets out of the hand very quickly of Justin Herbert. But to your point, this most likely will be a shot to the end zone. If not, thrown out of bounds, and that sets up a field goal opportunity to extend this lead for the Chargers.
Of course, Cameron Dicker made an exciting field goal last Thursday night to end the first half against Denver. A 57-yard free kick, the first NFL free kick in 48 years. The Chargers had that one in 1976 as well. Austrian kicker Ray Wersching, who went on to win Super Bowls with San Francisco. Trips left, single wide right. 5 defensive backs lined up along the goal line for the Patriots. First and 10 from the 20-yard line of New England. Chargers have no timeouts, 11 seconds. Shotgun snap, Herbert. No pass rush. Deep throw, right side over Johnston by design, and 10 yards out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. 6 seconds remain in the first half, and Cameron Dicker will come out for a 38-yard field goal to extend the Chargers' 17-7 lead.
I'm actually a little surprised that New England played that defense. It was a picket fence at the goal line, but they didn't get much depth at the snap. And if Justin Herbert would have maybe thrown that to the back end line of the end zone, Quentin Johnston had a real chance to catch that for a touchdown. Instead, he fires it towards the back pylon, right corner of the end zone. And now the Chargers special teams with Dicker try to take a 20-7 lead.
Josh Harris to snap it. J.K. Scott to hold it. 38-yard right hash field goal off the right hip of Cameron Dicker is toward the right upright, and it is good, just barely. The Patriots were signaling no good. In real time, it looked like it crossed outside of the right goalpost. The officials say it's good. The Chargers take a 20-7 lead over New England with 2 seconds to go in the second quarter in Foxborough.
This is just a subjective decision and call by the official. Now, hey, both officials are underneath the uprights, directly underneath it. They look straight up, and if the ball crosses over the top in their eyes that it's good, they signal good. And clearly the Patriots fans want something else, as well as the Patriots players, but Chargers fans very happy with that call.
With that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, delivering a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. I got to say, the replay angles that we've seen, Ryan, especially the one from right behind the uprights,
I don't know. That's the thing. When it crosses the very top of it, it could be. It certainly faded outside that once it passed the goalpost.
Bouncing kickoff, taken inside the 5 by Antonio Gibson. He runs along the right hash of the 20 and the 25. He's tackled at the 30 with flags down. First half clock runs out, but we'll have to check the penalty. That is a non-reviewable play, that field goal, because the ball went over the top of the goalpost rather than to either side of it. How long until the NFL just starts making the goalpost taller? These kickers are getting so good at putting the ball up that high. Here's John Hussey with the call on the flag on the return.
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 39. By rule, because time expired, that penalty is disregarded. This is the end of the second quarter.
By the way, Cameron Dicker had the entirety of the scoring when these two teams met in this stadium last year on a pair of 38-yard field goals, that one from 38 as well. Just barely good, 20-7 halftime lead for L.A.
Good performance by the Los Angeles Chargers, hitting the road, 3 time zones, knowing that if they win this football game, they clinch a playoff spot in the inaugural season for Jim Harbaugh. Good bounce back by the Patriots. They got to have more of that. Defense has to step up and get to the quarterback.
That's the end of the first half with the score, the Chargers 20 and the Patriots 7. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from the Progressive Insurance Studios with the halftime report. Protect the stuff you love with Renters Insurance. Visit Progressive.com. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Every NFL Sunday, you'll hear all the big plays on SiriusXM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Chiefs are in the red zone. Let's go out to Kansas City.
Plus, fantasy football updates and post-game interviews.
From Baltimore, tight end Mark Andrews.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app. Get daily football news on the players and teams that matter to you on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
College basketball is back, and the road to the championship starts now on SiriusXM.
Knock it down!
Catch all the top games, the buzzer beaters, and the rivalries you live for in both men's and women's college basketball.
RJ Davis!
Whether you're driving, at home, or on the go, follow your favorite teams in every unforgettable moment. College basketball lives on SiriusXM. Anywhere you are, go to SiriusXM.com/sports to find out where to hear your favorite team.
It may be cold outside, but we are only weeks away from the start of golf season. Get ready for 2025 with SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio's season preview show, where you can hear about the biggest storylines and players to watch out for next season.
I think Rory really wants to get back to the summit of our game.
Hear the SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio 2025 season preview show tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern on Channel 92 in the car and anytime with the SiriusXM app.
We're bringing the pop and sizzle with me, Adam Shine, on Channel Sports every weekday from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern on SiriusXM Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
This is Bill Belichick. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Welcome to the NFL Halftime Report on Westwood One, sponsored by Wendy's. Wendy's new Salted Caramel Frosty is the only treat you'll want this season. The iconic Frosty with a salted caramel twist. Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only at participating locations. Naturally flavored. Once again, here's your host, Scott Graham.
From our Westwood One studios, game one of our Saturday triple header here on many of these same stations. And we are at the break right now in Foxborough with the Chargers leading the Patriots by a score of 20-7. Part two of our triple header comes up immediately following this one. The Broncos and the Bengals today in Cincinnati. Now, Denver has a win and they're in. However, for the Bengals, a win today would guarantee that they are not eliminated this week and would live to see Week 18. Big part of what they do, of course, is wide receiver Jamar Chase, who right now leads the NFL in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns, trying to be the fifth player since 1970 to win the Triple Crown. I talked with him this week, and I asked him to take us inside the helmet when he's breaking huddle and taking a look out at the defense for the first time as he steps to the line of scrimmage. What is it that he's looking for?
First, I'm trying to see if it's man or zone. Trying to look at the corners leverage, and then I'll take a peek at the safeties, the two safeties. And then once that happens, I might check the running back, because we do a lot of man tails or zone tails, so I got to pay attention for that. So once I finish that, then it's time to come up with a release while trying to still see the ball and the defender's leverage with my peripheral vision. So just trying to come up with a plan the best way possible and the quickest way possible to get from A to B.
So that release, top of the route, when you get to where you're getting to, how much of that is based upon what you know or what you've studied on film, and how much of it is based upon, in here, I'm pointing to my chest, the instinct of feeling what's out there?
Yeah, I feel like it's really all of the above, though. It's a lot of it really does come off instincts in the game, and then a lot of it comes from just knowing the opponent's defense, and those two are just really the main two things that, as a receiver, you got to pay attention to.
I know somebody who is so zoned in on winning and trying to get to that next thing as you are, that the receiving Triple Crown probably isn't a real big thing in your mind right now, but it hasn't happened a whole lot in the NFL. You're talking about some elite names who have been there. Will you get a chance, if that does happen, to take a look back after the season is over or after your career is over and actually appreciate that?
Yeah, 100%, man. I feel like I appreciated it now too, but I don't really talk about it because I'm trying to win, like you said. But I'll always hear from my friends, family, people around me, so it always pop up in my ear.
When you play this game, you've got to be supremely confident, and you are having not only a great season but a great start to your career. Is part of what a player like you does when you walk out onto the field is think that there's no way anybody is going to be able to beat me, not going to be able to beat me in this route, not going to be able to beat me over this quarter, over this game? Is that the level of confidence that you have to have when you take the field as an NFL player?
Yeah, especially as an NFL player. This is a tough game, physical game at that. A lot of words may be exchanged between games, so, you got to be mentally prepared for those situations and, play your game at the end of the day. I always went by a phrase, when a quarterback threw me the ball, it's either me, him, or it's nobody. So that's how I live by.
Jamar Chase and the Cincinnati Bengals getting ready for the Denver Broncos. That one comes up at 4:15 Eastern Time. John Sadak, Derek Rackley standing by with all the action in Game 2 of our special Saturday triple header. Halftime score in Game 1, the Chargers 20, the Patriots 7. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
This is Steve Torrey. It's the last Sunday of 2024, so join Bill Leckus and me for the Sunday Drive at noon Eastern.
Looks, throws, ends it. Yes! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
For live listen-ins, guests, fantasy analysis, and playoff scenarios around the National Football League.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo!
We get ready to close out 2024 with a bang, so join us on the Sunday Drive on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Don't miss a feast of festive football on Sirius XM FC. Ho, ho, ho. From the drama of the Premier League.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
To the excitement of Serie A.
What a start for Inter.
Enjoy your holiday season with the gift of live soccer.
Stupendously magnificent.
Courtesy of Sirius XM FC, channel 157 in the car, and the Sirius XM app. Head to SiriusXM.com/soccer schedule for all the match listings.
Hear every game of the College Football Playoff on Sirius XM. The quarterfinals kick off on New Year's Eve at 7:30 Eastern when Boise State battles Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl.
Touchdown, Astagenti!
Then on New Year's Day, a triple header starts at 1 with Arizona State and Texas, followed by Oregon taking on Ohio State, and then Georgia faces Notre Dame. Get your channel numbers at SiriusXM.com/college football schedule or search college football on the Sirius XM app. And for expert analysis, check out College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
Celebrate Christmas with a classic assortment of shows from the golden age of radio.
Do you believe that you are Santa Claus?
Of course. Memories and voices that live on forever.
Each man's life touches so many other lives. Don't you see, George? You really had a wonderful life.
A wall-to-wall Christmas happening now.
Jolly Noel from us all.
On Radio Classics Channel 148 and everywhere Christmas takes you on the Sirius XM app.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. 13-point lead right now for the Chargers. Don't forget, we've got a third game coming up later on tonight. The Cardinals and the Rams in L.A. Ryan Racky and Mike Golick have all the action live from Los Angeles at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on most of these same stations. NFL Halftime Report on Westwood One has been sponsored by Wendy's. Wendy's new Salted Caramel Frosty is the only treat you'll want this season. The iconic Frosty with a salted caramel twist, gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only at participating Wendy's, naturally flavored. Our halftime score, the Chargers 20, the Patriots 7. When we return, Nate Gatter and Ryan Leaf will have the second half kickoff. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
It's football time at BetMGM. Use code KOSTOS, KOSTOS, and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, original bets, and the best daily promotions in the business. Use code KOSTOS, KOSTOS, and get up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. New customer offer. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, call 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, call 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, call 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
At the half at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, the Chargers are on top of the Patriots 20-7. Let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by Indeed. Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Indeed's video interview tool makes it easy and effortless to meet with candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit. The Chargers have outgained the Patriots 249-91. Justin Herbert, 20 of 27 through the air, 190 yards, a pair of touchdowns, and with that, he broke Peyton Manning's record for the most passing yards by an NFL quarterback in his first 5 seasons, and he has 1 game left to go. Ladd McConkey, the leading receiver for the Chargers, 6 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. He has now caught more passes than any Chargers rookie in history, and with 37 more yards, would break Keenan Allen's record for rookie receiving yards by a Charger as well. J.K. Dobbins, their leading rusher, 9 carries for 29 yards. For the Patriots, Ryan, Drake May 5 for 5, 66 yards, and the touchdown to Demario Douglas from 36 yards away. Otherwise, not a lot to like.
Well, it was so up and down, right? He was out for a series because of a questionable hit to the head. He comes back in. They run a reverse where he's just kind of tossing the ball up into the air. It's fumbled. Derwin James falls on top of it. So it's not been great for the Patriots, though when they had the best chance they had, a free play, they made the most of it, and they got a touchdown out of the deal. So only down 2 possessions. That's a big deal in comparison to what that first half statistically looks like.
Time of possession for the Chargers, 23 minutes and 20 seconds. For the Patriots, just 6 minutes and 40 seconds, especially because of the physical nature of this Chargers offense. You'd think that has to wear on New England.
Well, it's Greg Roman. You know, that's not what this offense is about. But you also got to look at what Jesse Minter and the defense, right? The physicality of the defense, too. That's getting them off the field, getting the ball back into the offense's hands, and then using up the clock. So if you were Jim Harbaugh and you wanted to script a game to clinch a playoff bid, this is the script you'd want to see.
Cameron Dicker kicks away, high end over end, right to left, taken 5 yards deep by Alex Erickson, and he puts his knee down. Touchback for the Patriots out to the 30-yard line. Drake May had that head injury scare. He left the game, missed the series, but returned and completed all 5 of his passes in the first half. He and the Pats will start from their own 30. May's 11th career start. He's won 2 of the first 10.
I think that was my record, too.
Chargers fans remember, don't they?
Yes, they do. Of course they do. We're chums.
Single wide each way, 2 tight ends right. May under center. Ramondre Stevenson, the deep back. Snap and a 3-step drop. May looks left, nothing there. Flips it out, right side flat. Caught by Stevenson. Gets a block across the 30 with a flag down. Runs to the right sideline across the 35 out to the 39. But there's a flag around where he got that block on the right side back at the 30-yard line. This might be coming back. Hunter Henry, the tight end, was blocking, and he is looking at the line judge on the near side saying, "You got to be kidding me." Here's John Hussey for the first time in the second half.
Holding. Offense number 85. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot. First down.
This is a copycat league, and we've seen a lot of this where you look off the throw you're going to make, and then you come to a wide receiver or a running back on the sideline with a blocker in front of them, engaging once the ball has been received. Hunter Henry was the one engaging this time, and unfortunately got a too much jersey as the receiver ran by, and now you set him way back behind the sticks.
First and 20 for New England from its own 20. Shotgun snap May. Quick throw left side. A high point catch by Kayshon Boutte, reaching up with his dark gloves to snare it above his silver helmet, breaking in for the left boundary. He's tackled by Christian Fulton right at the point of the catch, left side of the 28. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Kayshon Boutte has been a bright spot after a 2-catch first season, but still, they just have not been able to find the skill position guy out on the perimeter who can be a deal breaker or just a straight line kind of speedster.
Shotgun snap May, blitz up the middle. He rolls out right. He has room. He scans down the field. He tucks and runs and angles out of bounds, stuttering his feet across the 30 on the near side of the 31. Deion Henley came on the blitz up the middle from the linebacking core. Joey Bosa had pressure around the edge. May scrambles for 3 to set up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, the second-year man out of Washington State comes flying up the middle, forces Drake May out of the pocket to his right, and then he wisely just tucks it and picks up as many yards as he can before he steps harmlessly out of bounds to set up a 3rd and 12. Oh, 3rd and 8, I think.
3rd down and 9. We'll call it officially for the Patriots for their own 31. Trips left, single man right. Stevenson to the right of May. Shotgun snap. Chargers blitz. May climbs the pocket. Hit as he throws low and incomplete. Down the left seam toward Kendrick Bourne, who had turned toward the line of scrimmage and was wide open on the left hash of the 45. But Khalil Mack, the 11th year veteran, hit Drake May from behind as he threw the football.
What the New England Patriots did so well in their heyday is find those defensive players that were just kind of, coming into their prime or just over the top of it. Khalil Mack's one of those. Joey Bosa along those lines. Boy, they've been great this season getting after the quarterback.
Bryce Behringer punts it away. A high wobbling spiral taken by Darius Davis from his own 8-yard line. He gets a block, makes a man miss over the middle. Flag down behind a play. Veers out right in the clear to the 30. Cuts past the punter at the 40. He is gone down the right side. 30, 20. He coasts into the end zone. Touchdown Chargers. A 93-yard punt return for the second-team All-Pro return man Darius Davis to make it 26-7 Chargers early in the 3rd. There is a flag down back behind the play, and this is coming back for a hold against Los Angeles. The longest punt return touchdown of Darius Davis's young career is going to be wiped off the board.
The speed of Davis is so good. The misdirection, the change of direction. He made the punter look absolutely foolish right about midfield, as then he just burst away from everybody as he walked into the end zone.
John Hussey sorting out the
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the receiving team. Illegal block in the back, receiving team number 41. That penalty is declined. Holding, number 36. That penalty is enforced after this is the goal. First down, timeout.
Jasir Taylor, the hold, it wipes out the long punt return touchdown from Darius Davis, and instead the Chargers will start for a 3rd time today inside their own 10-yard line. We have 12:57 to go in the 3rd quarter. The score remains the Chargers 20 and the Patriots 7. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
From Brat Summer
Yeah, 360. When you're in the mirror, do you like what you see?
to high-level hip-hop beef.
They not like us. They not like us. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration.
Relive the songs and stories that define 2024 on the SiriusXM app with exclusive countdowns of the year's best tracks from your favorite channels. Plus the biggest moments in sports, comedy, and beyond.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Just search 2024 on the app to start the look back.
Christmas Eve, Bad Santa made his return.
Come on up!
History was made in 2004 when Eminem partnered with SiriusXM to launch Shade 45.
Well, look what the store...
Hear stories and highlights as Marshall and special guests rewind the tapes. 20 years of Shade 45. Replays throughout the week on Channel 45 and at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Feel that 3 a.m. euphoria any time of the day on BPM, a channel delivering non-stop dance and electronic hits. And live sets from the world's top DJs. The beat never stops on BPM, Channel 52. And at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Send 2024 packing with a full-blown party music experience. The biggest high-energy hits from across the SiriusXM universe. All on one channel. New Year's Nation. Now through January 3rd on Channel 79 and at home with the SiriusXM app.
Prime time as Kyler and the Cardinals take on Stafford and the Rams. A Saturday triple header concludes tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network and Westwood 1. Here in Foxborough, Chargers 20, Patriots 7, 12:57 to play, third quarter. Los Angeles starts first and 10 from its own 6. Shotgun handoff, J.K. Dobbins hit around the shoulders, drags a Patriot out to the 10. A pickup of 4. It'll be second and 6. The Chargers in very good position here, Ryan, and with a win would clinch a playoff spot.
Yeah, huge goal that was set early this year, and Jim Harbaugh's first year, getting to the playoffs, of course. And no one got near the Kansas City Chiefs, so the division wasn't something that was actually a real goal. But this is a chance for them to make the playoffs, and if they can get the 5 seed like we talked earlier in the Open, that would go a long ways for this team in advancing, I do believe, in the playoffs.
2 right, 1 left, second and a short 6 from their own 10 for the Chargers. Shotgun snap, Herbert, pressure from the backside. He's hit as he throws a wobbler incomplete in the right flat, looking for Disley. Keon White, the second-year pass rusher out of Georgia Tech, came flying around left tackle. He had 4 sacks in the first couple of games this year, just 1 in 13 games since.
Yeah, and only 6 in his career. So, you're talking about one of their high draft picks and making the most of it, a guy that it's going to be needed on the edge, and good to see that firm hands to Rashawn Slater and then gets by him to the blind side of Justin Herbert.
Third down and 6 for the Chargers from their own 10. Trips right, single wide left. Herbert in the gun, Dobbins on his left hip. Belt high snap, 4-man rush. Herbert stands at his own goal line, rolls out right, slings it sidearm, caught by Johnston. He makes the man miss at the 15 and dives out to the 17 with a first down. Juking past Jonathan Jones for 7 yards to move the chains. There's an injured Patriot at the end of the play across the way. Pressure from Anthony Jennings, a sidearm sling by Justin Herbert to Johnston on the right side, and he got the first down.
He just gets pushed out of the pocket, Justin Herbert does, and finds Quentin Johnston. This is simply just mesh. We've seen the NFL go to a ton of this recently, and it's just 2 receivers kind of crisscrossing over the quarterback, over the center line, and when you have zone, you settle in that spot, and you ultimately either catch the ball and get up the field or try to get to the first down on the perimeter, and Quentin Johnston does a great job of catching the football, planting his foot, finding the contact, and picking up the first down.
Timeout on the field, 11:54 to go third quarter. Chargers 20, Patriots 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
'Tis the season of giving, and right now during the Ram Wrap Up the Year sales event, Ram Trucks is giving out great deals on a wide selection of powerful trucks that are built to serve. Hurry into your local Ram dealer today to purchase and get $5,000 total cash allowance on most 2025 Ram 1500 trucks. Embrace the spirit of giving and don't miss this great offer going on now during the Ram Wrap Up the Year sales event. Excludes RHO and Tradesman Quad Cab 4x2 models. Contact dealer for details. Take retail delivery by January 2nd, 2025.
Hey, football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms, 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Nate Gatter and Ryan Leaf here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Foxborough. Huddle up with Grainger to get more done. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by one of 250 branch locations. Keon White, who had the pressure on Herbert just the play prior, was the Patriot down at the end of the play. He took some accidental friendly fire in the crowd after the tackle on Johnston, who picked up 7 to move the chains on 3rd and 6. But White was able to get up, make his way to the sideline under his own power, and he has his helmet on and strapped up across the way in front of the Patriots bench, so he looks to be okay. The Chargers lead the Patriots 20-7 with 11:54 to go third quarter. They have 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line after the conversion to Johnston. I formation, deep back Dobbins, snap Herbert, turn left, give to Dobbins, picks his way through a narrow hold off left tackle, and he's ridden down after a pickup of 1 to the 19 by Jelani Tavai, who was questionable with a knee injury this week, but the leading tackler for the Pats has made a couple of stops today.
He has. Good flow. Taki as well, their middle linebacker. He was there taking Dobbins down. This has kind of been the way the Chargers have played all day. They've run it usually on 1st down, and then have found ways to do some play action and 2nd down and 3rd down passing as they've just kind of matriculated down the field so far, 20-7 in the 3rd quarter.
2 right, 1 left. Shotgun snap Herbert. 2nd and 8 drop. Quick throw left side. Caught by Will Dissly. Sheds a tackle left side. 25 runs across the 30. And he's nudged out of bounds near the 34-yard line. Will Dissly picks up a 1st down after juking past Christian Ellis, the linebacker. Dissly questionable as well this week after a shoulder injury. Kept him out last week. He's 265 pounds, but he shed that tackle easily for a pickup of 15.
Well, I think that's what a lot of people saw in Seattle. You know, he was more of a blocking tight end, didn't really get used in the passing game, but since he's been here with the Chargers, Justin Herbert said to Jim Harbaugh, like, hey, this guy's got some moves, clearly showed it there, picks up a 1st down.
Pistol set on 1st and 10, give to Dobbins, gashes right up the middle along the left hash across the 35, and he lowers his shoulder and pushes near the 37. A pickup of 2.5, maybe 3. Tavai and Mapu combine on the tackle.
The little things in the script of a game, anytime you have situations with the Chargers, they've dominated this football game. The one mistake they've made, of course, resulted in a touchdown for the Patriots. And so those are the things that I think people look at from the optics from far away of that's why the Chargers may not be able to get over the top because of things like that. But really what Jim Harbaugh has brought to this table is a physical football team that can go win in December and January.
2nd and 7, helmet high snap. Herbert slings it quickly. Wide receiver screen, right side catch by McConkey. He hesitates and runs across the 40, outside the hash. He gets to the 41. Mapu and Bolden combine for the tackle. A 4-yard pickup for McConkey on his 7th catch of the day. 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Yeah, just a little pickup, but enough that puts you in a really favorable call sheet possession right here at 3rd and 4. With the quarterback and Justin Herbert and the quick twitch of Ladd McConkey and the size of Quentin Johnston, all of those things playing huge dividends for the Chargers so far in this football game.
Make it 3rd down and 3 officially from the 41. Trips to the right, single wide left. Hassan Haskins in the backfield with Herbert in the gun. Patriots show blitz. Herbert stomps his right foot, gets a shoulder-high snap, a 5-man rush. He guns it left side. It's caught by a crossing Josh Palmer into Patriots territory at the 45, and he's wrapped up around the waist and spun to the ground by Kyle Duggar at the 40-yard line of New England. 19 yards and a first down for the Chargers, who move the chains again.
What's so hard to do in man coverage is to cover a speedster that's going from sideline to sideline, because all you really need is a step. And then it's a matter of having a quarterback with the arm strength to make sure you throw it on the spot and not behind him. And that's Justin Herbert, and that's Palmer, and that's a big first down here, putting them into New England's territory.
Offset eye left. Deep back is Hassan Haskins. Herbert under center. Turns right, gives to Haskins. Hit in the backfield and ridden down at the line of scrimmage. Eric Johnson, the second, got through. No gain for Haskins. Josh Palmer, meanwhile, limped off after that last play when he had the 19-yard catch for the first down. And there's a Patriot down at the end of the play. Daniel Equale, the Washington State D lineman, was also in on the tackle. And that was him who's slow to get up. Sixth-year man who was undrafted out of Wazoo back in 2018. Spent a couple of seasons with Cleveland, one in Jacksonville, before he landed here with the Patriots in 2021.
He just kind of gets landed on. Like, he's making the tackle. His elbow's the first to hit the ground. And then the running back, Dobbins, just falls on top of it. Probably could have given a bit of a stinger or something like that. Don't want to speculate too much. But he seemed in good spirits as he jogged off the field there.
Inside 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Chargers 20, Patriots 7. LA has nearly tripled New England's yardage. Pistol set, 2nd and 10 from the plus 40. Dobbins the deep back behind Herbert. Two receivers right and one left. Chest high snap, 4-man rush. Herbert well protected, throws deep down the right seam. Led McConkey makes the over-the-shoulder catch at the goal line. Touchdown Chargers. McConkey torches Jonathan Jones down the right seam for his second touchdown of the day. This one from 40 yards out. And the Chargers extend their lead, 26-7 LA on top of New England.
There's been a couple plays run today that clearly was seen on film. This is one of them. They rolled into a too-high look, and Justin Herbert just stares down Quentin Johnston down the left side of the field, pulls the safety over with the pump fake, and then fires an absolute missile that doesn't leave more than 10 feet off the ground right to Ladd McConkey in stride for a touchdown right about the S of the Patriots in the end zone.
Cameron Dicker's extra point is up and good. With that catch, Ladd McConkey has 94 yards today, and he has broken the Chargers' single-season rookie receiving record. More catches than Keenan Allen, more yards than Keenan Allen, safe to say, with now over 1,000 yards, more than 75 catches, and 8 touchdowns, the best rookie receiver in Chargers history. 27-7, LA on top of New England. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Football is a game of inches. And just like on the field, winning in life takes dedication and teamwork. That's why Old Spice, the brand that helps men navigate the game of life with confidence, is continuously stepping up with its School of Swagger initiative. Did you know nearly 1.2 million students drop out of high school every year, with higher rates among boys of color? Mentorship plays a crucial role in changing this. Since 2020, Old Spice has been connecting boys with mentors who provide the guidance, support, and confidence they need to graduate and succeed in life. Want to help make a difference? Become a mentor with Old Spice School of Swagger. Visit oldspice.com/School of Swagger and help a young man unlock his full potential today.
Tonight on NFL Network, it's a huge NFC West showdown with playoff hopes on the line. As Kyler Murray leads the Cardinals into L.A.
Kyler Murray does it again.
To take on Matthew Stafford and the Rams.
He's got it! Touchdown L.A.
Live in prime time. Cardinals, Rams, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network and stream on NFL Plus.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
Get a little home cooking right on your phone. Your hometown announcers are always on the SiriusXM app. SiriusXM Sports. Wherever you are, your team plays here.
All season long, you can stream the NFL on Westwood One for free. Sponsored by Pfizer. Hey, football fans, ready for RSV season? Check eligibility and schedule an RSV vaccine at VaxAssist.com. Nate Gatter, Ryan Leaf, our entire Westwood One crew back with you from Foxborough, where the Chargers have taken a 27-7 lead on the road over the Patriots with 7:37 to go, third quarter. Cameron Dicker will kick away from right to left for L.A. after a 94-yard Chargers touchdown drive that ended in a 40-yard touchdown pass to Ladd McConkey. Kick sails a couple yards deep into the end zone. Alex Erickson receives it and puts his right knee down for a touchback. Ryan Leaf, I mentioned it before the drive. The Chargers have started 3 times from inside their own 10-yard line. 2 of those have ended in touchdowns. The second touchdown drive of 90-plus yards today.
They came into this game knowing the objective. They needed to win to get into the playoffs. And then the bigger objective, like we talked about, you find the 5 seed. In doing that, you, no matter the starting position, no matter the situation of where you're at, you execute, you convert, and that's what Justin Herbert and this team have done this year offensively.
1st and 10, give to Antonio Gibson. He breaks left outside the hash. He's hit by Troy Dye and tackled after a gain of a couple. First-year Charger Dye, who began his career with 4 seasons as a Minnesota Viking. 7:20 to go, third quarter, and the Patriots need some life. 2nd and 8 from their own 32, moving left to right. Shotgun snap May, blitz by the Chargers. Quick throw right side, caught by Booty on the speed out. He stretches the ball in his gloved left hand near the line to gain. He's marked out of the near sideline at the 39. Shoved out by Tarheeb Still after a gain of 7 to set up 3rd and a yard.
That right there is why the New England Patriots are very excited about Drake May. Opposite hash, off his back foot, laser on the out to pick up almost a first down.
Under center snap, turn left. Gibson stretches it outside left, and he's blasted by Elijah Molden from the defensive backfield, who brings him down for a loss of a yard. Molden, the safety, was questionable this week with a knee injury. In fact, the Chargers elevated a couple of safeties off the practice squad, perhaps thinking Molden wouldn't be able to go. He looked just fine on that hit.
He looked fine. Kristen Fulton looked fine. Troy Dye looked great, pushing that ball to the outside, and 27-7, third quarter, 4th down in your own territory. Gerard Mayo says, let's go.
4th and 2, Pats from their own 38. May in the gun, single wide left, 2 receivers right, 5 on the play clock. May gets the snap. Chargers bring pressure off the backside. He rolls right. He's hit by Derwin James, and he's sacked back at the 20. Derwin James had the fumble recovery in the first half. He gets through for the solo sack on the blitz off the blind side. 4.5 sacks for the 3-time All-Pro safety this year, and a turnover on downs for the Patriots that might just be all she wrote and send the Chargers to the playoffs.
Derwin James is listed as a safety. I don't know if there could be a further undefining of what a player does in the backfield than Derwin James. He plays everywhere. He gets to the quarterback. He makes tackles. He is the straw that stirs the drink defensively for the Chargers, that's for sure.
Hurry in during the Jeep Wrap Up the Year sales event and open up an adventure with the vehicles winter is no match for. Make your holidays even merrier with great deals going on now. 6:02 remaining third quarter. Chargers 27, Patriots 7. And the Chargers take over after a loss of 15 on the 4th down sack at the New England 23-yard line. 2 receivers each way. Herbert in the gun. Haskins on his left hip. Herbert stops his right foot. He gets a belt-high snap. 4-man rush. Herbert stands in. Throws deep down the right side. Too tall for Ladd McConkey at the goal line. Incomplete. He had burned Jonathan Jones yet again. And that pass was maybe 6 inches from being the career-high 3rd touchdown today for Ladd McConkey.
Again, great job by Justin Herbert of using his eyes, looking the safety off, and he gets a big enough spot. Wonderful route, almost an out wheel up by Ladd McConkey, and you're right, just out the outreached hand of the rookie wide receiver out of Georgia.
Already 2 touchdowns for McConkey in the game. 2nd and 10, I formation, deep back Dobbins. Herbert under center at the Patriots 23. Snap at a play fake. Herbert looks left. He throws on the curl, wide of Chark toward the sideline, incomplete. He was hit by Dietrich Wise as he let go of the football. It'll be 3rd down and 10. McConkey now 8 catches, 94 yards, a couple of touchdowns.
I do like Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman kind of here with this unrelenting mindset to go after kind of the kill shot here. 2 play-action plays down the field. Unfortunately, both fall incomplete, and now you set up 3rd and long, already in field goal range, up 27-7.
2 receivers left, single wide right. Dobbins the tailback with Herbert in the gun on 3rd and 10 of the Patriots 23. 6 in the secondary for New England. Herbert raises his right foot, gets the snap. New England blitzes. Herbert rolls out right, under pressure, throws into the end zone. Johnston dives, it's past his outstretched white gloves, incomplete. Isaiah Bolden was step for step in coverage. The Chargers go nowhere after the turnover on downs, and Cameron Dicker comes on for a field goal.
Pressure comes from his left side, so Justin Herbert has to vacate. I don't feel like he thought he could get around the end. If so, he could have run to the end zone in that man coverage, just too far outside the reach of Quentin Johnston in the end zone.
Dicker has hit from 27 and 38 already. This is a 41-yarder from the left hash toward the uprights to our left. Snap from Harris, place from Scott, right-footed kick from Dicker, end over end toward the left upright, but comfortably good in contrast to his 38-yarder that went right over the top of the right upright before the end of the first half. The Chargers extend their lead. It's 30-7 over New England with 5:43 to play in the 3rd. With that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, delivering a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. 30-7 lead for LA. Just about everything has gone right for the Chargers. They have more than tripled New England's total yardage. They have more than quadrupled New England's first downs. And they have nearly tripled the time of possession, 29 minutes to 10. And they've done it without running the ball all that successfully. The Chargers only have 12 carries for 39 yards from J.K. Dobbins, their leading rusher. They have 69 net rushing yards in the game. And Justin Herbert has thrown 36 passes already. Not their normal M.O.
Well, not their normal M.O., but I'm telling you this. They know what time of year it is. And guess what? When the playoffs happen, when clinching a playoff berth happens, Jim Harbaugh looks down the bench and goes, our best player's number 10, and we're going to ride him. And if that means he has to throw it 50 times, we're okay with that. We got the playmakers to do it on the edges.
Line drive kick by Cameron Dicker, taken to the goal line by Gibson, who dropped it right there, a yard deep into the end zone, but pulls it back in and puts his right knee down for a touchback. The Patriots come out to the 30. Tune in to watch all the excitement of the NFL tomorrow on CBS and Fox. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Catch the NFL on CBS and Fox. 5:43 to play, 3rd quarter. Chargers 30, Patriots 7. I suppose with the Chargers being held to the field goal, it's still technically a 3-possession game.
Technically.
A lot of work for the Patriots, who have the only turnover in this game as well. That's an area where the Chargers have struggled. Minus 17 on the season coming in. Second worst in the NFL, ahead only of Cleveland. Minus 16 now after the fumble in the first half. Shotgun snap to May, a play fake. He looks left, he rolls that way, wants to run outside the numbers, angles to the left sideline, and he runs out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Christian Fulton ushered him out, a pickup of 5.
Drake May's ability to use his legs, a big part of it. We've seen Lamar Jackson, you have the likes of Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, guys that use their legs so significantly in picking up first downs. It's what the MO of a franchise quarterback in this league has to be.
Shotgun snap May on 2nd and 5 from his own 35. Throw right side. It's caught by Austin Hooper, the tight end, with 2 hands above his head. Right side numbers at the 40. He runs to the 45, and he's brought to the ground at the 46. 11 yards and a first down for the Patriots. Troy Dye, the tackle.
Good job, patient. Drake May finds the out route, puts it perfectly on the numbers, picks up a first down.
They move the football back to the 45, so it's a 10-yard catch for Hooper. The first tight end catch for the Patriots, who love the tight ends in the passing game. Play fake for May, under pressure, trying to set up screen left side, and he dirts it at the feet of Austin Hooper under pressure from Khalil Mack. In fact, the Patriots' leading receiver this year is Hunter Henry, former Charger, who has 66 catches for 674 yards. Both lead the team. He hasn't caught a pass today.
Tight ends, it all depends on the game plan and really on your opponent. As a wide receiver, they usually can move a guy around and do some things different. With the tight end, it's limited. You have to have it. And Derwin James and Deion Henley are kind of the guys that follow Hunter Henry around.
Second and 10, Patriots trailing the Chargers 30-7, third quarter from their own 45. Shotgun snap, May. Deep throw on the left side into double coverage, and it's beyond his intended receiver, Booty, and just through the hands of a lunging Christian Fulton, who nearly had his second interception of the season.
Yeah, Drake May really focuses in on Boudet down the field before anything here, and Christian Fulton never, ever got out of his back pedal and was almost the intended receiver on it. Fortunately for New England fans out there, it's a DB trying to make a wide receiver catch. It's a big reason why they play DB and not wide receiver.
Third down and 10, Patriots from their own 45. Empty set, May in the gun. Trips left, double wide right. Shotgun snap, four-man rush. May drops deep, rifles over the middle. A two-hand catch at the line to gain in Chargers territory. Helmet high by Demario Douglas. He's dropped just across the 45 of L.A. 11 yards and a first down for New England. There's a man down at the end of the play. It's Elijah Molden, the Chargers safety, who was questionable with that knee issue this week. And he is down in the middle of the field on the Patriots logo.
And it's a little friendly fire like we saw earlier with Keon White. This time, Derwin James flying in on the tackle. They kind of go knee to knee on that injured knee. And it probably just got banged up. But wonderful route by Douglas in zone coverage to the first down. Doesn't come back too far ahead of the sticks. Instead, he stays right where he's supposed to, and Drake May puts it on the money.
Holden was working out before the game and still playing with a very bulky brace on that right knee, and he is down near midfield. Every Westwood One NFL broadcast this season is being streamed for free from now until Super Bowl 59 in February. You can listen to our coverage of every primetime game via the NFL's official app on WestwoodOneSports.com or by asking your Alexa-enabled device to open Westwood One Sports. Molden is up and walking under his own power toward the Chargers bench on the near side, but with a pretty considerable limp favoring that previously injured right leg. It's a first down for New England after the 11-yard connection to Demario Douglas. And we will take a break on the field with the Patriots into Chargers territory. Chargers 30, Patriots 7 with 4:22 remaining in the third. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up.
Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's that time of year again. Sweaters, fireplaces, and snowy weather. Probably. I don't know where you live, which means it's also time for Wendy's new Salted Caramel Frosty. Creamy, cold, delicious, and the only thing you'll want all season long. Whatever your winter looks like, snowy or sunny, it's all the perfect time to give yourself a little sweet treat, cause if it's the iconic Frosty with a salted caramel twist, gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only at participating Wendy's, salted caramel frosty flavored with other natural flavors.
Fulton on the catch by Kayshon Boutte to the 40. Chargers 30, Patriots 7, inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. A 5-yard connection from May to Boutte, and it'll be 2nd and 5 at the Chargers 39. May gets a shotgun snap, 4-man rush. He looks right, he scans middle, he throws short, past Hunter Henry, incomplete. James and Dayon Henley, who are the two you mentioned, Ryan, moments ago, have the primary responsibility for the Chargers on the tight ends. Were on either side of Henry and made that a tight window.
Yeah, made it a tight window, and Henry actually finds a little daylight, and the ball's just thrown a little too far ahead of him, right off his fingertips to set up third down.
Elijah Molden went off just before the break. Tony Jefferson is on in his place for the Chargers at safety, although Molden just came on for this play again. Snap to May under immediate pressure, and he's sandwiched. Who else? Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa meet at the quarterback, and Drake May is brought down back at the 46.
That was the fantasy of all Chargers fans, especially on the defensive side of things, to have Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa meeting at the quarterback just like that.
A 7-yard loss sets up 4th down and 12, but Elijah Molden is down again. He came back for one play, and he went right down, sitting on his backside, down near the 20-yard line with his helmet off right away. Certainly looks like he's not going to be able to continue in this game. You can appreciate the toughness of him trying to come back for that play, but it was clear right away he knew he couldn't continue.
Yeah, you saw him go to the ground from up here in the booth right away, but luckily because of Bosa and Khalil Mack, they were right at the quarterback in an instant, never giving him a chance to hit any sort of wide receiver down the field, and now you have a 4th and forever to try to convert.
Chargers 30, Patriots 7 with 3:25 to play in the third quarter, and the Patriots presumably getting ready to go for another 4th down and long, this time from Chargers territory. They're bringing the card out now for Elijah Molden, who is sitting surrounded by athletic trainers, has a couple of teammates, Tony Jefferson and Troy Dye, over to take a peek at him and his head coach, Jim Harbaugh. We'll take a break while they help Elijah Molden to his feet. Chargers 30, Patriots 7, 3:25 to play in the third. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. That's right. We're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month.
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/score. $45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
3:25 left in the third quarter. Chargers 30, Patriots 7 in Foxborough. Nate Gatter, Ryan Leaf, our entire Westwood One crew, led by producer Drew Casey, back with you from Gillette Stadium, where they have loaded Chargers safety Elijah Molden on the cart, and they are driving him off toward the corner across the way down to our right, after he tried to return for one play, but went down, took off his helmet, and was unable to continue. First-year Charger whose dad, Alex, played 8 seasons in the NFL, including a couple as a Chargers corner. Came to L.A. for a 7th-round pick in an August trade. What a big boost. 4th and 12 for the Patriots at the Chargers 46. 2 receivers left and 3 right in the empty set. Shotgun snap, May. 4-man rush. May has time. He throws deep down the left sideline looking for Booty, incomplete. But flags come out for the coverage by the rookie corner, Cam Hart. A deep out at the line to gain inside the 35 of L.A. And 2 flags come down at the top of the route where Cam Hart was wrestling with the intended
Pass
target.
interference. Defense number 20. Ball he placed the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
This is kind of fascinating, Nate. It almost looks like Cam Hart runs the route better. He just fires through it, and Boutte kind of just stops. But in doing so, like an underthrown pass down the field, that's what results in usually a pass interference call most of the time. And sure enough, it does get him the first down there.
Low shotgun snap to May. 4-man rush. He scans, rolls out right. Still has time, still looking, gets to the sideline and takes a couple of jogging steps toward the 30 and ducks out of bounds at the 31. A scramble of 3 yards for May. It'll be 2nd down and 7 at the Chargers' 31-yard line. Inside 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Chargers up 30-7.
Really good protection, pushes him out, but also incredibly well done on the back end in terms of coverage. No one was able to break free and get open. May make what he could and got out of bounds.
May under center, deep back is Gibson. Snapping a play fake, screen left side, throw toward Gibson, juggles it with his outstretched right hand, tries to pull it in, but it falls incomplete. Former college wide receiver at Memphis, Antonio Gibson, couldn't quite get it out from his right shoulder. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, he's been a very hybrid type player in this league. Those years with the Washington Commanders and now here with New England. His ability to do things out of the backfield, not only rushing it but catching it, it's made him very, very, very potent, and that almost was a big play on 2nd down. He just wasn't able to reel it in from the rookie Drake May.
To the point on Gibson's versatility, he has both the longest rush and the longest reception by a Patriot this year. He's to the right of May in the gun on 3rd and 7 from the +31. Snap to May, throw left side, is batted in the air and falls incomplete inside the 25. Looking for Hunter Henry, who wants an interference flag, but of course he's not going to get that after a rushing Charger got a fingertip to it. I think that was Joey Bosa.
Get those hands up when you can't get to the quarterback. Ball gets tipped at the line of scrimmage no matter what happens behind them.
It was Khalil Mack who had the touch. Bosa had pressure. They're both feeling it on this drive.
Yeah, that's music to Chargers fans' ears to hear Mack and Bosa every single time when rushing the passer. Fourth down.
4th down and 7 at the Chargers 31. Trips left, single wide right. May in the gun. He moves Antonio Gibson from his right hip to his left. May gets a chest-high snap. Chargers bring a heavy blitz. May under pressure. He's sacked by Derwin James. 2 third-quarter 4th downs, and in 2, Derwin James sacks, and the Chargers get it back. Another turnover on downs for the Patriots.
It's amazing to look if you're at a quarterback position at the line of scrimmage and you see number 3 inching his way up to you. You better expect him to be coming, and somebody needs to be responsible for him. That's twice now here in the third quarter on 4th downs, where Jesse Minter has said, my best player on defense, he's going to go after the quarterback, and he got to him both times.
You said after his last sack, Derwin James is really a safety in name only. We saw why on that play. He's 215 pounds. Antonio Gibson, the tailback, is 228. Derwin James just blew Gibson up on his way to Drake May.
The size of Derwin James, you don't realize it until you're out on the field. Usually when you think of safeties and corners, they're undersized, but they're quick. They're shifty. Derwin James is not only quick and shifty, but he is a big, big physical football player.
Out of the eye, Herbert, RPO, right receiver screen, caught right side by Johnston, makes a man miss across the 40, dances along the right sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds with a nice gain out near the 43. Alex Austin missed the tackle in space on Johnston, give him the 44 and a pickup of 7.
Well, that's what makes Quentin Johnston so great, is not only his physicality, his size, and his ability to go one-on-one and make you miss. It's a big reason why he was a first-round draft pick by the Chargers just a year ago. This year, 8 touchdowns on only 37 receptions coming into this game shows you that he's been very efficient and very productive.
Chargers up 30-7 at their own 44, 2nd and 7. Dobbins on the left hip of Herbert in the gun. Snap and a play fake. Herbert rolls out left. He has options down the field. He throws to the sideline toward DJ Chark, but it's knocked away by the outstretched left hand of Alex Austin, recovering on the deep out toward the left sideline. I thought Herbert was going to go over the middle of the field earlier toward Tucker Fisk. He didn't want it.
He looked like he was. That safety was just lurking, and so that meant this pass was late to the outside, and DJ Chark could not come back any further. Great job by Austin, the right cornerback, to get his hand in there and knock it away.
Wasn't that a Jim Harbaugh formation, too? Out of the shotgun with 1 wide receiver and 3 tight ends?
Yeah, it's perfectly situated in what Jim likes to do, especially when you bring in Greg Roman, and that's exactly what he does.
Trips left, single wide right. Herbert in the gun, 2 to snap it on 3rd and 3 for the 44. He gives to Dobbins. He has room right side. He makes a cut into Patriots territory outside the numbers across the 45, and he's dragged down from behind at the New England 43-yard line with a first down. Joe Alt, the right tackle, the first-round pick, had a big block. There's a flag down to the play. As it stands, a gain of 13 and a 3rd down conversion for the Chargers, who are signaling it's against New England.
Either a face mask or a horse collar tackle there on Dobbins as he gets pulled down.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle defense, number 99. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced for the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Keon White, the young defensive end, has the penalty.
This is the same play that was run about a week ago against the Broncos late in the football game, where they broke it for a huge touchdown with Gus Edwards. It's just a absolute perfect play call where you talked rightly about Joe Alt being able to get out on the perimeter, use that size, and there was nobody out there to try to make the tackle, and a pickup of a first down and put them in a really good position after the penalty now with the clock ticking down here in the third quarter.
A minute and change to go in the third quarter. Chargers up 30-7. 1st and 10 of the 28. Full house backfield. Give to Dobbins. He starts right. He cuts left along the hash inside the 25. He jumps out of a tackle, and he lunges all the way down to the 21. 7 yards and a nice first down carry for J.K. Dobbins. How about the push for the offensive line?
They've been impressive, and that's what they wanted to see. They've invested a lot. We talked about this earlier. Rashawn Slater, Zayon Johnson, and then Joe Alt. Bradley Bozeman, of course, in his 7th year out of Alabama. But this offensive line is meant to run the football, meant to protect a $50, $60 million a year quarterback, and are meant to be able to do the things that you need to do in the playoffs. Control time of possession, forcefully run the football, and protect your quarterback. And that's what we're seeing today in a dominating fashion by the Chargers here in New England.
3 wide, slot far right, pistol set snap. Herbert gives right. Dobbins hesitates to the right side, numbers at the 20, and he lowers his shoulder and plunges down for a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 2 to begin the third quarter at the 20-yard line of the Patriots for Los Angeles. The Chargers are 15 minutes away from clinching a playoff spot after a 5-win season a year ago. It has been all LA this afternoon. The end of the third quarter with the score, the Chargers 30 and the Patriots 7. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Every NFL Sunday, you'll hear all the big plays on SiriusXM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Chiefs are in the red zone. Let's go out to Kansas City.
Plus, fantasy football updates and post-game interviews.
From Baltimore, tight end Mark Andrews.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
This is Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders. Hear me every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
College basketball is back, and the road to the championship starts now on SiriusXM.
Knock it down!
Catch all the top games, the buzzer beaters, and the rivalries you live for in both men's and women's college basketball.
RJ Davis!
Whether you're driving, at home, or on the go, follow your favorite teams in every unforgettable moment. College basketball lives on SiriusXM. Anywhere you are, go to SiriusXM.com/sports to find out where to hear your favorite team.
With the SiriusXM app, you can hear your hometown announcers all season long. Just search for your team on the SiriusXM app and tap the star to save it as your favorite.
It may be cold outside, but we are only weeks away from the start of golf season. Get ready for 2025 with SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio's season preview show, where you can hear about the biggest storylines and players to watch out for next season.
I think Rory really wants to get back to the summit of our game.
Hear the SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio 2025 season preview show tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern on Channel 92 in the car and anytime with the SiriusXM app.
Find out what channel your team is playing on by going to SiriusXM.com/sports.
Nate Gatter and Ryan Leaf here in the Grainger broadcast booth at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering over 1 million industrial-grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. We start the fourth quarter in Foxborough, where it's 30-7 Chargers on top of the Patriots. 3rd down and 2 coming for LA at the New England 20-yard line. This has been all bolts today.
All bolts outside of about 1 minute and 31 seconds. That's about it.
Patriots had that second quarter 36-yard touchdown pass to Mario Douglas. Full house backfield on 3rd and 2. Give to Dobbins. Jump cut left. He breaks toward the hash. He breaks a tackle. Bounces outside. Left sideline of the 15. Turns the corner. First down Chargers. And he's pushed out of bounds near the 12-yard line of New England. Marte Mapu slashed into the backfield and had a chance, but couldn't bring him down. It's 8 yards for Dobbins, and it moves the chains.
Incredible balance by the 5'10", 215-pound running back out of Ohio State. He takes a hit to the hip and just kind of bounces laterally to his left. Do you have any questions about his knee? Those questions have been answered, in particular on that play in itself. Big first down pickup when it looks like he was going to be tackled for a loss behind the line of scrimmage.
Trips left, single wide right. Dobbins the setback. Herbert under center. Snap, spin left. Give to Dobbins. Stretches outside left. Cuts upfield. Outside the numbers. Across the 10. Lowers his shoulder and drives down to the 8. Jonathan Jones and Christian Ellis combine on the tackle after a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 at the New England 8-yard line. You mentioned Dobbins. He was on IR. It was an MCL sprain that cost him the last 4 games. The Chargers need him now with Gus Edwards out, and he hasn't looked any worse for wear.
No, he hasn't. That's the biggest question mark, was his knee. It always was after that ACL tear in Baltimore, having such a great early career there under Greg Roman in this offense. So to see him back after that 4-game stretch, just when Gus Edwards leaves with the injury, is huge. Huge for this team today.
Eye set. Give left side to Dobbins. He stiff arms at the line of scrimmage. He leans forward and he pushes down to the 6. A gain of a couple. 3rd down and 4 coming up at the Patriots 6-yard line. 13 and a half minutes to go. Fourth quarter. 30-7 Chargers. Tackle by Devon Godshaw.
One of the bigger things for this Patriots defense, and I think it's been readily available all year long, is they've been very good against the rush. You know, they've been able to be a big part of it, though they are 24th in the league against the rush. It's been a big part of why they've had success defensively, and I think leads you to show that Gerard Mayo and his staff have gotten these guys to continue to play hard throughout the season.
Single back look, the battering ram Hassan Haskins is in. Play fake to him, deep drop Herbert on 3rd and 2 from the 6-yard line. He escapes left, he pumps and runs outside the hash. He's hit inside the 5, and he's twisted to the ground right at the line to gain. Down to the 2-yard line. He got the 4 yards he needed, it would appear. And indeed, it's enough for a first down. Goal to go for the Chargers at the 2. Tackle by Sione Takitaki.
Yeah, Sione Takitaki probably given up about 4 inches and maybe 5 pounds to Justin Herbert. Was readily on the spot there after the first down pickup to keep him from getting in the end zone for a rushing touchdown.
12-10 to go, fourth quarter. Chargers 30, Patriots 7. LA looking for more. First and goal at the 2-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. J.K. Dobbins the single back. Herbert under center. Snap give left. Dobbins runs up the middle. He lowers his shoulder. He drives to the goal line. Touchdown, Chargers. It's still a run-first offense in the fourth quarter, and J.K. Dobbins returns in style with his 9th rushing touchdown of the season to make it Chargers 36, Patriots 7 with 11:58 to go.
That is exactly the blueprint of after your defense gets a defensive stop on 4th down to generate that into points and chew up clock. Perfectly executed by the Chargers offense. This is a butt-whooping. This is a 37-7 game here in the fourth quarter on the road to clinch a playoff berth. That's meaningful.
Cameron Dicker's extra point is up and good. Probably a catharsis the last couple Decembers in this building for Chargers fans. They had dropped 10 of 11 against the Patriots, including a couple of costly losses in the playoffs to Tom Brady. They have flipped that script the last 2 years. A 6-0 win in New England last year at a 37-7 lead over the Patriots with 11:58 to go in the fourth quarter today. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
This is Steve Torrey. It's the last Sunday of 2024, so join Bill Lekes and me for the Sunday Drive at noon Eastern.
Looks, throws, ends it. Yes! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
For live listen-ins, guests, fantasy analysis, and playoff scenarios around the National Football League.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo!
We get ready to close out 2024 with a bang, so join us on the Sunday Drive on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Don't miss a feast of festive football on SiriusXM FC. Ho, ho, ho. From the drama of the Premier League.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
To the excitement of Serie A.
What a start for Inter.
Enjoy your holiday season with the gift of live soccer.
Stupendously magnificent.
Courtesy of SiriusXM FC, channel 157 in the car, and the SiriusXM app. Head to SiriusXM.com/soccer schedule for all the match listings.
Hear every game of the college football playoff on SiriusXM. The quarterfinals kick off on New Year's Eve at 7:30 Eastern when Boise State battles Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl.
Touchdown, Ashton-Jeanty!
Then on New Year's Day, a triple header starts at 1 with Arizona State and Texas, followed by Oregon taking on Ohio State, and then Georgia faces Notre Dame. Get your channel numbers at SiriusXM.com/college football schedule or search college football on the SiriusXM app. And for expert analysis, check out College Sports Radio, channel 84.
Celebrate Christmas with a classic assortment of shows from the golden age of radio.
Do you believe that you are Santa Claus?
Of course. Memories and voices that live on forever.
Each man's life touches so many other lives. Don't you see, George? You really had a wonderful life.
A wall-to-wall Christmas happening now.
Jolly Noel from us all.
On Radio Classics Channel 148 and everywhere Christmas takes you on the SiriusXM app.
Simple, smart savings on weight loss medications and other prescriptions at GoodRx.com. Nick Adder, Ryan Leaf back with you from Foxborough. Chargers 37, Patriots 7. 11:58 to go in the fourth quarter. 2-yard touchdown run for J.K. Dobbins moments ago, capping off a 63-yard drive over 10 plays. Cameron Dicker kicks it away toward Alex Arison, who takes it 3 yards deep, runs it out between the left hash and the numbers, 10 to the 20, slashes across the 25, and he's hit by Tuli Tuipulotu and dropped to the 28. How about the leading sack man for this Chargers defense playing on special teams? Alex Erickson did not enjoy that collision one bit.
That's the most impressive thing about this. And when your roster is limited to 53 members, sometimes that's just the product of doing business. But I remember when I was with the Chargers and Rodney Harrison would step up and run and play in every single special teams and be the leader down the field making tackles. That does a ton for you in the locker room in terms of the way the guys look at you and the respect that you've earned.
2 receivers right, 1 left. 1st and 10 for the 28. May gets the shotgun snap, throw right side, caught by the tight end Hooper, who's ridden down to the 33 after a gain of 5 by Junior Colson, the rookie linebacker. Yeah, this is the Rodney Harrison Bowl, isn't it? Chargers, and then had those great Super Bowl performances as a Patriot.
He was something else, I tell you what. He played hard, he was physical, and he didn't give too much worry about what you thought.
Busted play on what May thought was a delayed handoff. He throws in the left flat to Booty, who makes the catch and runs across the 40 and the 45. He spins across midfield down to the Chargers' 48. But this is coming back, a penalty at the line of scrimmage for ineligible men downfield because the Patriots thought it was a run, except Ramondre Stevenson wasn't within handoff distance.
An eligible member of the offense downfield illegally, number 69. 5-yard penalty, down.
That's Cole Strange, the guard who's moved to center. He just gets down the field too quickly when Drake May just chooses to pull that ball because he was getting smashed there and then discards it out to a wide receiver who picks up a big play, but offensive lineman down the field.
2nd and 10 for the 28. Shotgun snap May. Pressure up the gut. Flips it over the middle. Past the outstretched hands of Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. Junior Colson blitz right up the middle and blasted Drake May, who is slow to climb back to his feet with help from his offensive line. The Chargers O-line has really dominated. The Chargers D-line has not been far behind, especially in the second half.
Oh, it's been really special. I mean, there's not much you can look around at and go, this is a weakness. This is something, teams peak that go into the playoffs usually have pretty great success. You look at the Rams a few years ago when they went on to win their Super Bowl. An instance where you look at the Green Bay Packers last year where they entered the playoffs. This is an example of a Chargers team that is probably playing at the best it has all year long.
3rd and 10 snap to May. Throw deep right past the outstretched left glove of Bourne, who got his hand on it but couldn't pull it in on a deep out right side past the line to gain. Kendrick Bourne has shown frustrated body language all afternoon long. Cam Hart had the coverage for the Chargers, and the boos rained down for the Patriots punt team, trailing 37-7 with 11:06 remaining.
Young kids, not aware of the dominance of the Patriots coming into something like this. This is what you were kind of going to get to see.
Punt from Behringer, a booming right foot spiraling punt takes the All-Pro Davis back to his own 8. He starts right, he cuts up the field on the hash to the 20, lowers his shoulder and ducks out to the 21. A 13-yard return for Darius Davis, brought down by Del Pettis after a punt that covered a lot of yards for Behringer, some 64 yards for the Patriots punter, who got into that one in a big way, even in a game that has gotten away from New England. We're going to see Taylor Heineke, the backup quarterback, leading the Chargers offense on the other side. LA on top of New England, 37-7. 10:54 to go, third quarter. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
It's that time of year again. Sweaters, fireplaces, and snowy weather. Probably. I don't know where you live, which means it's also time for Wendy's new Salted Caramel Frosty. Creamy, cold, delicious, and the only thing you'll want all season long. Whatever your winter looks like, snowy or sunny, it's all the perfect time to give yourself a little sweet treat, cause if it's the iconic Frosty with a salted caramel twist, gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Salted Caramel Frosty flavored with other natural flavors.
From January 10th, they're gonna rob that place. Now I'm gonna do it with you. Don't miss Den of Thieves 2.
And the top goes gangster.
Starring Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr.
You're not a killer. I am.
Den of Thieves 2. Rated R. January 10th.
Sponsored by Lionsgate.
Try Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. This modern-day non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a shave experience like no other. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
Barbasol.
Time now for today's Fact of the Game, sponsored by Mint Mobile. Switch and get half off unlimited premium wireless at mintmobile.com/score. Over the last 10 seasons, the Chargers we probably should already say the Chargers were 0-5 in Saturday games, including the playoffs. The last time the Chargers won on a Saturday was Week 16 of 2014 on the road against San Francisco. Ryan Leaf, can you guess who the head coach of the 49ers was at the time?
I would go out on a limb here and say it was Jim Harbaugh.
That is exactly correct. 10 points for Gryffindor. 10:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Chargers 37, Patriots 7, our score. And Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh can relax knowing that they are headed to the playoffs this year in a big turnaround. They will go to 10-6 with the win today. After a 5-12 season a year ago, they'll have a chance to get to 11 wins next week on the road against the Las Vegas Raiders and potentially climb as high as the number 5 seed in the AFC. Justin Herbert can literally relax because he's off the field. Taylor Heineke, the backup, takes over under center. Hassan Haskins, the tailback, 1st and 10 for the 21. Give to Haskins. He starts right. He cuts back left. He's hit high. He muscles across the 25 out to the 26. 5 yards for the former Michigan Wolverine. You're not tackling him up high.
No, you're not. Very physical. Foster Sorrell, right tackle, who's now filling in for Joe Alt, who's taking a seat as well. Wow. That was something special. The 6'6", 320-pounder out of Stanford just manhandled the likes of Johnson, threw him across the side and allowed for another big pickup offensively by the Chargers.
Offset eye to the right. Haskins the deep back. Heineke under center. Tight end each way. Former Washington Commander Taylor Heineke, now in his 7th year in the league out of Old Dominion. Snap and a turn right, a play fake, a bootleg left. He tucks and runs. Left side numbers to the 30. He slides down with a first down to the 34-yard line. Taylor Heineke gallops for 8 and moves the chains.
He got the assignment from Jim Harbaugh. Don't stop the clock, young man. Make sure this thing is running. And let's get out of here with a big victory and celebrate on the way home. Perfect job of him on the boot. Never really attempting to look for a pass, taking the slide, keeps that clock running down to 9 minutes and 35 seconds here in the fourth quarter.
Justin Herbert finishes 26 of 38 for 281 yards and 3 touchdowns. 2 of them to Ladd McConkey, 1 to Darius Davis for the opening score back in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 34 for the Bolts. Eye set. Haskins the deep back. He gets it off left guard, reverses field to the right, breaks a tackle between the hashes, and muscles out to the 40. A pickup of half a dozen.
All right, Nate, this is what we call the 4-minute offense, and what we want to do is simply run the football and pick up chunks of anywhere from 4 to 5 yards, just like they have been, and keep this clock running. There's the 2-minute offense, the 4-minute offense, and if you're able to impose your will offensively when you know the defense knows you're going to run the football, that's how you dominate a football game. That's how you put an end to a dominating football game. It's how you put the exclamation point to a playoff clinching victory 3 time zones away.
Already more than 2 minutes have run off on this drive. 2nd and 5 Chargers from their own 40. Kamani Vidal in as the single back. Snap and a give to him right up the gut. He runs between the hashes, lowers his shoulder, and powers out to the 45. A first down for the Chargers on a 5-yard carry. Brendan Hymas, the backup center. Sam Mustipher, the backup right guard, got a big push.
Yeah, these guys have been looking for this opportunity. You know, with as much as it has been invested in the starters on that offensive line, these backups are looking for a little physicality themselves, and what a perfect way then is to salt away a game by running the football right up their noses.
8 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Chargers 37, Patriots 7. The highest scoring game of the year for LA, which had matched its highest scoring game of the season last Thursday with 34 points in the win over Denver, 37 in Foxborough today. Pistol set, Vidal the deep back, give left, Vidal, he jump cuts right, he's hit low at the line of scrimmage, he falls forward for a yard. In the arms of Marte Mapu, it'll be 2nd and 9. Vidal, the rookie, 6th-round pick out of Troy. Part of a draft class that already looks fantastic for the Chargers. Joe Alt, the right tackle in the first round. Ladd McConkey has been excellent, the best rookie receiver in Chargers history. Statistically now, with his big game today, he went into 2nd. And Tarheeb Still and Cam Hart, the 2 corners they picked up in the 5th round, have both been huge this year because of injuries in the secondary. Obviously, Jim Harbaugh has played a major role, but nice infusion of talent even in the late rounds for the Chargers to go from 5-12 last year to now knocking on the door of 10-6 and a playoff berth. 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, give to Hassan Haskins, who's hit on his right shoulder and stumbles out to the 49, a gain of 3 to set up 3rd and 6.
It's a great drive here to put this game away. You look at their schedule, they go to Las Vegas next week in a rivalry game. Of course, no matter what the records are, this game is always contentious. I know better than most. But some of those wins early in the year, you can see when you have the wins over Broncos, both games over the Broncos, so they have the tiebreaker with them. Both Chiefs games were within one possession.
Shotgun snap to Heineke, 3rd and 6, throws left side, deep out for DJ Chark, who makes a lunging catch but couldn't drag his feet inside the Patriots 40. Out of bounds across the way, incomplete. And with 6:25 to go in the fourth quarter, the Chargers will likely punt it after taking 4.5 minutes off this fourth quarter clock with a 30-point lead. For the moment, the offense is staying on the field. It would be surprising to see the Chargers go for it on 4th and 6 from their own 49, up by 30. And indeed, here comes J.K. Scott. He punted on the first drive for the Chargers.
Haven't seen him
since. He hasn't been
since.
busy since.
Yeah.
Well, he's done the holding, so he at least still gets on the field. That makes his mom happy.
Yep, keep those punters on the sideline. You're Chargers fans out there. That's a good day at the office if your offense is in that position.
Look, we've sung Jim Harbaugh's praises.
Offense number 16. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
And deservedly so today. But I don't know why the Chargers were thinking about that long enough that they just took a delay of game on the punt. Maybe he wanted to and give Scott a little more room, but the Chargers punt team got out there really late, and there was no reason to go for it.
More or less maybe just making sure that as many seconds could have ran off the clock. That's the only thing I would think of.
Scott's right-footed punt, high wobbling spiral, a short kick. Erickson waits for a fair catch, runs up and takes it with his left knee down on the artificial surface at the 17-yard line. And the Patriots will take over there. Every Westwood One NFL broadcast this season is being streamed for free from now until Super Bowl 59 in February. You can listen to our coverage of every primetime game via the NFL's official app on WestwoodOneSports.com or by asking your Alexa-enabled device to open Westwood One Sports. Stay with us for the remaining 2 games of this triple header. We'll go to Cincinnati for the Bengals and the Broncos. John Sadek and Derek Rackley will have that one for you. And then the nightcap, Ryan Radke on the call with Mike Golick for the Cardinals and the Rams from SoFi Stadium in L.A. 1st and 10, Patriots from their own 17. Quick slant throw left side by May off the hands of a diving intended receiver, Javon Baker, the rookie who still is looking for his first catch. Fellow rookie Cam Hart broke up the pass.
Oh, Cam Hart was perfectly positioned even late in the football game, still on top of it, watches the slant go underneath him, and he just trails in that position and uses his big right mitt to come over the top of the receiver and knock it away.
Chargers 37, Patriots 7. 6:14 to go, fourth quarter. 2nd and 10, Pats at their own 17. Shotgun snap May, give to Gibson. He accelerates along the left hash. He is smashed to the ground at the 21-yard line after a gain of 4 by Bud Dupree, the 10th-year veteran out of Kentucky. Former Pittsburgh first-rounder all the way back in 2015. Has spent time with the Steelers, Titans, Falcons. You know, Dupree's career, obviously successful, but in some ways a cautionary tale because, remember, he tore his ACL on the franchise tag in 2020, likely cost him quite a bit of money. He's not hurting, obviously, but it's a part of the reason that guys don't like to play on that tag. They like to hold out for the extensions early. 2 receivers left, 1 right. 3rd and 5 for the 21. Shotgun snap May. Here's a blitz. Throw deep down the right side. Over the shoulder. Would-be catch, but it's through the hands of Jalen Polk. Fellow rookie across the 40, incomplete. Not to rub salt in the wound, but Ladd McConkey, 6 catches, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns on that drive. The 2 guys the Patriots got in that draft day trade, both were targeted, both couldn't make the grabs. Baker on first down, Polk on 3rd.
It's always funny what could have been this, that, or the other. Bottom line is Ladd McConkey's had a tremendous year and fits in perfectly with what the offense wants to do. Here we are. Patriots going to go for it on 4th down once again.
4th and 6 from their own 21. 5.5 to go, fourth quarter. Chargers on top, 37-7. Trips right, including the tailback Gibson. Twins to the left. May alone in the gun. He gets a knee-high snap. He looks right. He throws right. It's caught by Hooper at the 25. He spun to the ground, shy of the first down marker. He needed 6. He got 5. And for the 3rd time in the second half, the Patriots turn it over on downs. The Chargers take over at the New England 26 with 5:25 remaining.
Tony Jefferson replacing Elijah Molden. Wow. Perfect on the spot, and gets him to the ground just like he's supposed to. We were talking about the schedule a little while ago. We'll get to that here in a second.
Stay up to date with Westwood One Sports by following us on X and Instagram. In-game highlights, direct links to listen to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow Westwood One Sports on X and Instagram.
All right, we were talking about the schedule there for the Los Angeles Chargers. It's kind of been an up-and-down year. They started off with 2 wins and losses, and then they ran on a 4-game winning streak before. Over the last 4-game stretch, they would lose 3 out of the 4 against the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Buccaneers, and now they have a real chance after the come-from-behind victory against the Broncos to end the season on a 3-game winning streak, talking about that peaking at the right time.
1st and 10 for the plus 26. Handoff to Haskins. He hurdles a man. That was Anthony Jennings in the backfield and gets down to the 24, a pickup of a couple. Devon Godshaw, the tackle for the Patriots. Mentioned the draft for the Chargers, how good it was. Well, how about how important this draft coming up is going to be for the Patriots? As it stands, they would have the number 2 pick in the draft right now, behind only the New York Giants, who took over that number 1 spot after Las Vegas won last week to drop from number 1 down to number 6, which could be costly for the Raiders, because now the Giants, as well as the number 4 Titans, number 5 Browns, you have to be thinking would be open to, if not actively looking for, a quarterback. Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders seem to have separated themselves as the 2 top options at quarterback. 3 tight ends right. Snap to Heineke. Play fake to Vidal. Throws it to him in the flat. It's low and off his outstretched blue-gloved hands around his knees at the 25. Incomplete. 3rd and 8 coming up. This draft feels critical for the Patriots if they're going to avoid a 2nd or even 3rd straight rebuild.
Well, what's so great is they found their quarterback, and you talked about that. I don't think there is a quarterback that has a 1st-round grade available in this year's draft.
Really?
And unfortunately, it doesn't matter because teams are fearful of missing out on the next quarterback. So those quarterbacks you talked about, Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward, they're going to be drafted in the 1st round. And they're going to be expected and have expectations of a 1st-round quarterback, but not necessarily the draft grade that what it should stand for.
Delayed handoff to Vidal on 3rd and 8. He squirts through a hole outside the right hash. He lowers his shoulder, drives through contact across the 20 down to the 18. Tackle by Jelani Tavai after a carry of 6 yards for Vidal. Sets up 4th down and 2 with 4:20 and counting to play, 4th quarter. Chargers on top 37-7. And Cameron Dicker comes back on for a chance at a 4th field goal today.
A 40-burger on the road, week 17. It's going to put a smile on everybody on the plane ride back. All the way from the top, from the Spanoses, all the way to the equipment manager.
This will be a 35-yarder from the right hash. Harris to snap, Scott to hold. Places down. Kicker Dicker's right-footed kick is up, and it is good. Cameron Dicker hits 4 field goals today. From as long as 41, from as short as 27. A simple day at the office for Dicker, but he goes 4 for 4, and he extends the Chargers' lead. It's 40-7 over the Patriots with 3:47 to go in the 4th quarter. With that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, delivering a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. So let's talk about that Patriots draft situation, because, as you said, if they are number 2, they will have the luxury of likely being the first team to draft a non-quarterback, and the infatuation with quarterbacks, the need to get quarterbacks, makes it very valuable to be in the top 10 picks as a team looking for anything else. Who's that top guy for you? Is it Travis Hunter? Is it somebody else?
Yeah, you're going to be able to stack maybe some picks so you can move down and get the pieces that you need. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. For me, it's a breakaway wide receiver. It's a guy that can do some different things, and if it's the Heisman Trophy winner who clearly can do many, many things well, that may be it. I don't know if he's a wide receiver, though, in the vein of, let's say, Justin Jefferson, like an actual player that can make a huge difference. So this draft class is very tough for me. I don't know if there's generational players necessarily in this year's draft, especially in the 1st round. We'll wait and see, but he is a special player, and if they do get a wide receiver at that spot, that would be the guy I'd probably go after.
Alex Erickson on the kick return back out to the 30. Chargers 40, Patriots 7, 3:39 to go fourth quarter. And the backup Jacoby Brissett, who got one series when May left the game briefly to be evaluated for a head injury in the first quarter, is back on now. He gets a shotgun snap, gives the delay to Antonio Gibson. Sutter steps off right guard, pushes between the hashes out to the 33. A pickup of 3 yards, stopped by Tier Tart, part of a really good interior defensive line group that has exceeded expectations for the Chargers this year. Talking about Travis Hunter, sometimes we talk about this at all levels in all sports, that versatility at one level spells not having a position at the next level. Where do you think he's better? Does his value have to come from still trying to do both to some degree in the NFL?
Well, I can't expect, I wouldn't expect a pro football team to ask him to do two things. I just wouldn't. I think he would diminish what a great player he could be if he focused on one position. Not to take away from how good he was at both, though.
2nd and 7 carry for Gibson. Jets over the left side across the 35 and bangs out to the 37, a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 3.
It's just hard to quantify exactly where he is best at, you know. The wide receiver position, clearly, but the amount of catches you make at the collegiate level, that's not something that impresses me. Frankly, it doesn't necessarily impress me at the NFL level in terms of if you have a bunch of catches. It's what you do with those catches ultimately that make them proficient. So I would like to see that. And they would be in such a weird position knowing that they need to go get a big-time wide receiver and that guy be maybe a better corner than a wide receiver. Who knows?
Double pass on 3rd and 3 over the middle to Gibson, who has room between the hashes, scampers across the 40 and gets out to the 44. 7 yards and a first down. Tackle by Scott Matlock, second-year man out of Boise State, who plays both ways. Primarily a defensive end. He played a little tight end fullback in college, and the Chargers have had him do quite a bit of that. Remember, that was the story for Patrick Ricard in Baltimore, too. He was primarily a defensive end. Greg Roman helped make him into a fullback who's been one of the best in the league. Scott Matlock tried to follow that path in L.A. We've reached the 2-minute warning. The score, the Chargers 40 and the Patriots 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Make your holidays bigger and brighter with Prize Picks, the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is so simple to use. Just pick 2 or more players across any sport and then pick more or pick less with their projection. You can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, is available to play in more than 40 plus states, including California and Texas. You want to join right now? Because this holiday season, Prize Picks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Pixmas. Download the Prize Picks app right now. Use the code PRIMETIME. Get $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That's code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks to get that $50 credit instantly when you play $5. You know by now, you don't need to win. You just get the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
The copyright of today's broadcast on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Stay tuned for part 2 of our special NFL triple header on Westwood One, the Bengals and the Broncos. John Sadak and Derek Rackley will have all the action live from Cincinnati at 4:15 p.m. Eastern right here on most of these same Westwood One stations via the NFL app, on Alexa-enabled devices, or online at our website, westwoodonesports.com. Nate Gatter, Ryan Leaf, our entire crew with you from Gillette Stadium. 2 minutes to go, fourth quarter. The Chargers all over the Patriots, 40-7. Jacoby Brissett, the backup quarterback for the Pats, in the game, along with the backups pretty much across the board for both teams, although the Chargers do have some of their defensive starters still in the game. New England has first down and 10 from its own 44. 2 receivers stacked right, single wide left. Brissett in the gun, Gibson on his right hip. Snap, wide receiver screen, throw right side. Caught in the backfield by Demario Douglas, who is mauled by Dean Leonard for a loss of 3. Leonard, the third-year corner out of Ole Miss, a Canadian kid who began his collegiate career with 3 years as a University of Calgary Dino. Not many of them make the NFL.
Man, you dug deep for your first NFL call. I commend you, Nate Gator. That's a good one. That's a good pull. I didn't even have that one on the chart, so I'm proud of you, young man.
I know you like one now and again.
Yeah, that's good.
Second down and long for the Patriots after the loss officially of 2 for Douglas. Call it 2nd and 12 from the 42. 2 left, 1 right. Shotgun snap for set. Give to Gibson. Hesitates and goes. Bursts through the right guard. Across the 45. He's hit at midfield. He pushes the pile all the way inside the 45. Down to the Chargers' 44-yard line. A 14-yard carry for Gibson. Most of it after contact. Give credit to this Patriots offensive line. They haven't quit, even with a minute to go, down by 33.
That might be their only really forceful, forward-moving offensive play, though, in the running game. Credit both teams for playing tough, but this front seven for the Chargers has been spectacular all game long.
Shotgun snap, handoff Gibson, stretches it out right side, cuts up along the sideline to the 40 and the 35-30. He makes a move to the 25, and he's knocked out of bounds by Tony Jefferson deep into Chargers territory down to the 24-yard line. Gibson rips off another one, this time 20 yards, and with 39 seconds to go in the game, the Patriots have it down to the Chargers 24, trailing 40-7.
Yeah, outside sweep, he gets to the perimeter, and as he gets to near the sideline, he gets knocked out, stopping the clock. So now they have a chance here. Jacoby Brissett to try to get themselves some points here to finish on a positive note here for the Patriots, who only have 3 wins on the season to this point.
Shotgun snap, Brissett, handoff Gibson off left guard. He lowers his shoulder, pushes between the hashes inside the 20, down near the 19. 5 more yards for Antonio Gibson. That 20-yard carry was the second longest play of the game for New England, behind only the 36-yard touchdown pass to Demario Douglas in the second quarter. The Patriots did not have to snap it again, and indeed they will not. The boos rain down at Gillette Stadium, but not from those in Chargers blue. That's all from Foxborough. The Chargers maul the Patriots 40-7. And with the win, after a 5-12 season a year ago, in year 1 of the new regime under Jim Harbaugh, the Los Angeles Chargers improved to 10-6 and clinch a spot in the AFC playoffs.
The fact that this team, after what they went through a year ago, the expectations when Jim Harbaugh took the job, to then follow through with it after a run of 4 tough games with 3 losses. They'll come back, win last week, and then the dominating fashion in a clinching playoff game today is huge for the Los Angeles Chargers as they head to Las Vegas next week.
It's time to select our All-State Defensive Player of the Game. Ryan, who you got?
I got Derwin James. He is the guy on the defensive side. They have some great players with the likes of Bosa, Khalil Mack, others of that. But Derwin James is the guy. He plays many different positions, and on 2 of the biggest plays of this football game, both on 4th down, they brought him to the line of scrimmage, and he used his size and speed and got to the quarterback for 2 sacks to get the turnover on downs in both cases.
Only 2 tackles for Derwin James, but both sacks, both on 4th down, and he had that fumble recovery that really changed the game as well in the first half. Derwin James is our Defensive Player of the Game, sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. Once again, the final score, the Los Angeles Chargers 40, the New England Patriots 7. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Don't miss a feast of festive football on Sirius XM FC. Ho, ho, ho. From the drama of the Premier League.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
To the excitement of Serie A.
What a start for Inter.
Enjoy your holiday season with the gift of live soccer.
Stupendously magnificent.
Courtesy of Sirius XM FC, channel 157 in the car, and the Sirius XM app. Head to SiriusXM.com/soccer schedule for all the match listings.
Hear every game of the college football playoff on Sirius XM. The quarterfinals kick off on New Year's Eve at 7:30 Eastern when Boise State battles Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl.
Touchdown, Ashton-Jetti!
Then on New Year's Day, a triple header starts at 1 with Arizona State and Texas, followed by Oregon taking on Ohio State, and then Georgia faces Notre Dame. Get your channel numbers at SiriusXM.com/college football schedule or search college football on the Sirius XM app. And for expert analysis, check out College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
Celebrate Christmas with a classic assortment of shows from the golden age of radio.
Do you believe that you are Santa Claus?
Of course. Memories and voices that live on forever.
Each man's life touches so many other lives. Don't you see, George? You really had a wonderful life.
A wall-to-wall Christmas happening now.
Jolly Noel from us all.
On Radio Classics Channel 148 and everywhere Christmas takes you on the Sirius XM app.
From Brat Summer
Yeah, 360. The mirror in the mirror, do you like what you see?
to high-level hip-hop beef.
They not like us. They not like us. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration.
Relive the songs and stories that define 2024 on the Sirius XM app with exclusive countdowns of the year's best tracks from your favorite channels. Plus the biggest moments in sports, comedy, and beyond.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Just search 2024 on the app to start the look back.
Chargers 40, Patriots 7. Our final score from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The Chargers clinch an AFC playoff spot and improve to 10-6 with a second straight win. The Patriots have lost their sixth in a row, and they fall to 3-13. Nate Gatter, Ryan Leaf back to wrap it up for you, where Los Angeles beat New England 40-7 to clinch the playoff spot. It is rare, Ryan, that you see an NFL beatdown of this level. It is even more rare you see it from a road team. It is maybe most rare of all you see it on a road team crossing 3 time zones east to play an early game, a 10 a.m. body clock kickoff, and they beat the once so proud Patriots 40-7.
The Chargers have been incredibly good at that under Jim Harbaugh. You look at the earlier Atlanta game this season where they traveled out there. That was a 10 a.m. body clock game. This one, exactly the same. I was down on the field before the game, and they were fired up. They were ready for this. They understood what the assignment was, and if they won, they would have clinched a playoff berth, and that's exactly what they did. So now they're in the contest. Now it matters whether or not they are the 5th seed. So they need a few things to happen. In particular, they need the Steelers to lose a week from now. If that's the case, that's the easiest path, I believe, for them to get to an AFC championship. You get to go to Houston, and I don't want to diminish anything away from Houston, but they are limping into the playoffs right now. And then, if you were to win that game, you would get the Kansas City Chiefs, which they are not afraid to walk into Arrowhead. It's a difficult place to play, believe me. But Justin Herbert has not been afraid to do that. Their last game there, they lost by only 2 points in a game that the Chargers probably had a really good chance of winning. So there's a lot to be said of going east, playing in cold weather like this in a physical format, and dominating because of the teams they're going to have to play in the playoffs.
Let's get a look at some of the stats tonight and a little preview for you. They all look good for Los Angeles. 428 yards for the Chargers, just 181 for the Patriots. The Chargers ran 29 more plays. They had 18 more first downs. They had more than 40 minutes of possession to not even 20 minutes of possession for the Patriots. And they won the turnover battle, which they have not often done this year. They came in with the second worst turnover margin in the NFL, better only than Cleveland. But the only turnover was a Patriots first half fumble today. Justin Herbert completed 26 of 38 passes for 281 yards and 3 touchdowns in just a little over 3 quarters of work, really. Ladd McConkey had 8 catches for 94 yards and 2 scores, a game that he will remember, you would think, for a long time, not just because it was a good individual game on its own, but because he also broke Keenan Allen's single-season Chargers rookie records for catches in yards. 8 grabs and 94 yards in this game that pushed him past Keenan Allen's record-setting years from 2013. So Ladd McConkey becomes statistically the best Chargers receiver in a rookie year in history. J.K. Dobbins, 76 yards and a touchdown on 19 carries in his return from a 4-game absence after an MCL sprain. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, Drake May, 12 of 22, 117 yards, a touchdown for the 8th straight game, longest streak for a rookie quarterback since Justin Herbert did it in 10 games in a row back in 2020, but only the 117 on 22 attempts. Antonio Gibson had 63 rushing yards on 12 carries, most of that in garbage time. Demario Douglas was the leading receiver for the Patriots, 4 catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown, but 36 of those 46 yards came on the scoring play in the second quarter, the lone Patriots points. Derwin James, as mentioned, our All-State Defensive Player of the Game for the Chargers, had a couple of fourth down sacks and a fumble recovery. Let's turn to the Patriots. We talked about the draft late on in the game. It's going to be a critical one for them. Now 3-13. Sometimes it feels like for an NFL franchise in this situation, it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. What would you be thinking if you were in Robert Kraft's box, if you're in the front office, if you're in the locker room?
That's a tough place to be right now because of all the success that you had, and then the decision and the choice to move away from arguably the greatest coach of all time in Bill Belichick. And once you made that decision that you were going to go away from that, then you are now in a position where, the onus is on you. You don't have anything to hide behind now because the guy that was the one that gave you all the pretty trophies and the championships, he's gone. And whatever decline you felt like it was going, it's now on you. And so this team has to do a heck of a job in the offseason in terms of free agency, and then in particular in the draft because of what you talked about, the fact that they don't need a quarterback, so they're going to have a very leveraged draft pick, whether that means they take the best defensive player or the best other skill position player available. But if there's quarterback envious teams that need to or want to move up, they have a very good position to have in terms of what they can get, maybe multiple draft picks. Then they can go out and get some pieces that they need. I do believe, and for the longest time here, they did not go draft wide receivers. And they were able to do well because of Tom Brady. Well, guess what? You're going to have to find a guy that can be a playmaker, a guy that can turn the field upside down, because otherwise I don't know what the Patriots can do to be so successful on offense moving forward.
That'll do it for us here from Foxborough this afternoon. Thanks a lot, partner. Fun working with you.
Good to see you again, man. Congratulations. Great job.
For Ryan Leaf and our entire Westwood One crew, Nate Gatter saying so long. The Chargers beat the Patriots 40-7. Right now, let's send it back to Scott Graham in our Westwood One studios. Scott?
All right, thank you very much, guys. And let's take a look back at how this one came down today on a cool day in New England. Chargers showed their dominance very early in this game, and it was pretty clear which way this one might be going from the early going. Second drive of the game for the Chargers. They started at their 9-yard line. It took them 11 plays to get downfield, but Justin Herbert had all day to sit back and throw the football, picking the Patriots apart and gunning for the end zone.
Dobbins behind Herbert in the pistol. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Herbert stops that right foot on 1st and 10 for the Patriots 23. Motions Dobbins to the left flat. Snap to Herbert. Drops deep. Throws deep down the left side. Over the shoulder. Diving catch by Darius Davis in the end zone. Touchdown Chargers. Herbert to Davis from 23 yards. The second-year receiver Davis had his first career receiving touchdown a week ago. He has his second to open the scoring in the first quarter today. 3:21 to go in the first. The Chargers 6 and the Patriots nothing.
Really terrific catch made by Davis in the end zone. The Dicker extra point was good, and it was 7-0. Dicker added a field goal early in the second to make it a 10-0 game. And then, with that 10-0 lead, the Chargers defense produced their only turnover of the day. Actually, the Patriots helped produce that turnover with an errant toss on an end-around play. It left a 44-yard field for the Chargers to navigate. It took them 9 plays to do it. But when they got in close, Justin Herbert went to the guy he's been looking for all year long.
First down and goal now at the Patriots 6. Tight end each way, receiver each way. Dobbins the single back, under center snap. Herbert a play fake, a deep drop all day. Rifles over the middle, a two-hand catch on the O of the Patriots side by Ladd McConkey for a Chargers touchdown. Ladd McConkey, who the Patriots could have drafted at number 34. They traded the pick to L.A., and they have to watch McConkey shake hands with his quarterback after a 6-yard strike at Gillette Stadium to make it 16-0 Chargers with 2:55 to play in the first half.
Ladd McConkey, a great job of putting one foot into the ground, stopping, spinning back in the other direction, and Herbert had the ball right in his numbers. The extra point made it a 17-0 game. Patriots did get a drive, though, off of this one, a 5-play, 73-yard drive. Mario Douglas catching a 36-yard touchdown pass on an underthrown ball by Drake May. So that made it 17-7. If you thought we had a game going, though, Cameron Dicker hit a field goal to take us into halftime with a 20-7 lead for the Chargers. And then in the third quarter, it was back to the kid receiver all over again as we realized that this game was pretty much over.
Pistol set, 2nd and 10 from the +40. Dobbins the deep back behind Herbert. 2 receivers right and 1 left. Chest high snap, 4-man rush. Herbert well protected, throws deep down the right seam. Ladd McConkey makes the over-the-shoulder catch at the goal line. Touchdown Chargers. McConkey torches Jonathan Jones down the right seam for his 2nd touchdown of the day. This one from 40 yards out, and the Chargers extend their lead, 26-7 LA on top of New England.
And it really, after that, was all about the fact that New England could do nothing against the Chargers' defense all game long. In fact, the Chargers' offensive and defensive lines were what dominated this game, but New England ended the day with just 181 total net yards, and a lot of those came on the final drive as they were running the ball and running out the clock. Patriots held the ball for just 19:26 in time of possession. The Chargers win it by a score of 40-7. What it means is we now only have one playoff spot left in the AFC, and that one could be decided coming up in our next game after the Chargers put it away today in Foxborough over the New England Patriots. Once again, the final score of today's game, the Chargers 40, New England 7. You've been listening to the NFL on Westwood One. Today's broadcast has been sponsored by Allstate, by the official NFL app, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Grainger, by Indeed.com, by Mint Mobile, and by BetMGM, the official odds provider for Westwood One. Please gamble responsibly. I want to thank our crew for this afternoon. Studio coordinator Art Martinez, studio producer Nick Pope, our logistics coordinator, it says it on the press pass, Rob Lutzi, statistician Alistair Ingram, our spotter Jim Stamos, engineer Albert Dale, our producer Drew Casey. Coordinating producers Brian Finkelstein and Aaron Cummins, executive producer Mike Eby, the senior vice president of sports for Cumulus Media and Westwood One is Bruce Gilbert. Stay tuned. Game 2 of our special Saturday NFL triple header on Westwood One is coming up next. The Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. That's followed by the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams from SoFi Stadium. Tomorrow night, Atlanta at Washington, followed by Detroit and San Francisco on Monday night. You can catch all of those games right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or streamed live for free on our website, westwoodonesports.com. Once again, our final score from Foxborough today. The Chargers 40, the New England Patriots 7. The Chargers clinch a playoff spot in the AFC. Now for Nate Gatter and Ryan Leaf, I'm Scott Graham. Thanks for joining us. You've been listening to the NFL on Westwood One.